Yesterday we didn't. I missed that. But yeah, I just could not stream it all yesterday. So I'm gonna try to get in to... Yeah, I've got chat up and everything's looking good. Alright, now, what I wanted to say, what I was gonna do was explain that I made this map here, Waterworks Half Full, and I just published it. Now the idea of Waterworks Half Full, here I'm gonna post a link to it in Kick, and then I'm gonna post the same link over on YouTube. Let me see. That should work. Now this link is gonna bring you to Waterworks Half Full on what do you call it? On Waypoint, and then you can bookmark it if you want to. The purpose of Waterworks Half Full is that it is half of the Waterworks map turned into an arena style map. Now it's really bare bones, literally took my Waterworks map that's really good and cut it in half and just did a little bit with the bots and stuff like that. I did not do a whole lot, so it's not gonna be like amazing. In fact, the weapons still spawn where they spawn, so like the base side has a sniper and the bridge side, which is the other base, is it has a rocket launcher, so it's very imbalanced and poorly balanced, like poor weapon placement, all that kind of stuff. But why so late? I am so sorry, Aaron. I know I said like an hour or two ago. It's because I ended up needing to take a shower. I was very filthy after, you know, some stuff happened. I had to mow the lawn and all this other stuff today, and I ended up having to delay my shower and all sorts of stuff. And it just ended up taking so long to get to my actual shower before I could stream. That's why my hair is wet. You can barely tell, but yeah. So if you want to try it out, let me know. By the way, I was just explaining what that link in chat is. That is to a map that is half of Waterworks, designed to where people can just try it. I just wanted to test to see if it's any good, if it's worth doing. So if you want to try it out and help me out, that would be great. Just do that, then message me at Greater Pain. That's my handle, that's my Xbox Live account. You can see it as the one who made this map. There's a space between Greater and Pain, not like an underscore or anything. And yeah, just let me know what you think about it. I'm gonna heavily overhaul it, and it's not even gonna look like Forerunner stuff by the time I'm done, probably. I'm gonna go a totally different route, but I want to take that area and make you be able to look at it and go, this is half of Waterworks, so it'll be very close to the block out, but it'll be like I'm treating this like a block out of another map. But I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to go into Overlook and we're going to make that map. But right now, I just wanted to let you guys know it's published and it's able to be gone into and tested out. And like I said, it's got bad setup for weapon spawns and everything like that, but it is a working map right now. It has everything you need to play the map. But yeah. And I'm just doing that, Aaron, in case you're wondering. I went immediately into explaining that, so it's right at the beginning of the YouTube video. So if anybody clicks on the YouTube video and watches from the beginning after the live video is gone, they'll immediately see that message and they'll be able to hop in and let me know what they think about it. But yeah, that's why I didn't wait for anybody to get into chat before I start explaining it. But anybody who does get into chat, yes, this is a thing. I want to try and test that and see if it's a viable map. I think it is. I honestly have a really good feeling about it. I don't know why this is out here, but yeah, I was trying to redo this roof. This is pretty much all I've gotten to do in the map, was I was trying to redo that roof to make it the correct size, and I'm gonna put like a cap on the top here and stuff like that to make it look good. I might even actually leave this as an opening to where you can like throw grenades down at people who are in the base from up above. So like, yeah, it might be a cool idea if, like, you know what I mean, like if your allies are attacking over here, right, into the base. So one of you, like, you could be up on the roof, and actually, like, if they push them back, and they're, like, trying to hide back here, then you could actually get them from up here. And I'd probably do something like put some cover down there, because I do think that the base needs something like there's a sort of area around the side here, which will probably be closed off, but I'm not entirely certain. Obviously, like I said before, I want to put a drop down from up there. This rock is kind of in the way. But anyway, borrowing a copy of Interstellar. Oh, good. That is such a good movie. And the soundtrack is amazing. In fact, no, that's definitely going to be copyrighted. There's no way I can play that one on stream. But I would love to play the music from that one. I just was listening to it in the car to get the baby to fall asleep because it's so deep. Like, she loves the bass. Like, whenever there's bass playing, she'll fall asleep in the car. Really easy. It's great. So you just got to find some music that has good bass, and she'll fall asleep. Want to see it? Yeah, sure. Sounds good to me. So I really like the idea of having a drop down right here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, or I could potentially... I kind of like... this is not going to go this far. It was going to go as far as that roof is, and I was thinking about putting maybe a drop down here, but I think I'm actually just going to put a different kind of like roof here. Maybe like what looks like a small shack up here coming up out of the top, like a watchtower for the gatehouse. You know what I mean? Oh, Hidden Xperia just released a video on Marathon Infinity, and it was a great video. He went over it all. It's like really good, and I suggest everyone go watch it if you're interested in figuring out, excuse me, about the Marathon storyline. One of the things that I wanted to do with this, and this is why I stopped where I was, is make it wider than it is tall, like that. Does that make any sense, you think? Or do you think being perfectly round is better? Because I originally, you know, they would make these out of bamboo whenever they were originally doing it, but then I switched it to a brass because they made their roofs out of brass. And I tried to switch this back to wood, but I think, I don't know, maybe I'll just go, what? No, this. Wood board. I might go to the metal brass worn, like I was doing before, which was sort of like, I don't know, what do you guys think? I feel like I'm on the fence on whether or not I want this to be the actual surface it's seen under there, but I don't know. We'll see. I do like the way this like support structure works. Oh wow, that goes well. I liked it, and now I'm seeing how far it goes down in here. That's in front of the gate. Never mind. Yeah, I might delete that piece entirely and completely find a new piece, because this is no good. If these pieces didn't go down quite so far, it'd be perfect. Like if they went to there, it'd be perfect. Because then I can build roof pieces off of it, like support structures. Okay, you sent it in Discord? Let's do that. But it's, yeah, no. The fact that you haven't seen that before is like, you really need to go see that. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, Interstellar, in my opinion, it came out the same year that Gravity came out, and Gravity was complete garbage, and Interstellar was fantastic. And it's like really hard sci-fi. So that's one of the reasons I love it, because, you know, I love hard sci-fi, so... Let's see. Okay, so anyway, we've got our base sort of starting to block out now. And, we've got this area. I was about to build this so that I could have it lead up to what I wanted to put up here, which was going to be like another building. But it was going to have like a big ol', like, broken floor. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Let's do that. Let's start blocking that out. In fact, I think I'm going to use this as a base for this block out up there. Well, no, I'll just grab the pieces. Let's just grab these and put one up here, and then grab one of these, because I think that this is going to be a hole in the middle of this later, but I want to use it as a sort of scale, so that I know it's not significantly larger than the building down here. That's my main reason I want to use this in particular. Okay. So the idea is to have some like wooden balcony here, right, that maybe is still intact, and then inside have like a wooden flooring that's completely collapsed that you can hop down into the area below, and then aside from that have it like sort of built into the rock. I might even allow you to sort of hop down here, but the hop down onto the base I want to be like completely hidden inside of the interior of this building that's going to be here. But I kind of like the idea of it being like this, where it stretches all the way across. Oh, that's not what I want. 45 degrees. I like the idea of it stretching across like this, and then having, yeah, like I said, let's grab a floor piece so I can sort of, no, let's not do that. Nope, that's not what I wanted either. There we go. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Man, I wish I could play copyrighted material, because I would absolutely be playing Interstellar right now. That would be so good. Let's see. One of the upsides to Twitch. But yeah. Let's see. Where did my... Where? Okay, there we go. I brought up Kick again so I could actually see what was going on. Alright, so basically... I think I want... Let's see. Let's go here and grab this. This doesn't need to be... It probably is actually going to be more like this thick, actually. So maybe I should be grabbing these, because they're more of a block out like this, because it's just going to be wooden paneling, you know? Man. My kid's knocking on the door already. 1 second. Not gonna be going long. Oh, okay. Well, just clean up the mess. You just dropped another one. Well, just clean up the mess. It's okay. You don't have to. You can use a broom, or you could just like whatever you need to do. Okay. She dropped some Ritz crackers and she thought it was an emergency. It's not a big deal. She's gonna sweep it up. I'm gonna sweep it up later. One or the other. Okay. Anyway, there we go. So something like this with a sort of balcony area, a sort of like a walkway, and then I'm just gonna. It's that face because it's like. It's not an emergency. And then I'm thinking that having an area around this side where you can sort of like hide, like basically doing this where there's like just a little bit of area over here will mean that, wow, that thing's collision box is terrible. Okay, oh no, that's right, this object is actually hidden and it's only visible because I only just opened a forge, so I haven't gone back in and hidden it and unhidden it yet. That's why I'm dropping through it. Like crazy. So this will actually also provide me a nice opportunity of putting in a window that will look out that way and potentially being able to see the road leading off that direction or something to that effect, which will be kind of cool. That's not what I wanted. I do not want a rock that's duplicated. I want this wall to be duplicated. But essentially for now, I'm just going to do it as a wall. The window will also, of course, provide an opportunity to hop out and drop down, but so maybe I don't want to do that. But, excuse me. If I do the ruined floor, I could do like a portion of ruined wall back there as part of what collapsed. And just have this area structurally intact and like that area intact. And then just sort of like, and that way there will be nothing to run along to get back here to like jump and go really far, you know what I mean? So it won't be a huge imbalance, but we'll see. After I get this duplicated and everything like that, I'm going to redo the floor so that we have our hole in the middle. There we go. So now we got a little block out. And then we're going to duplicate this. What we're going to do is actually, let's make this really flat. Like 1, because that's like, you know, wood paneling kind of thing. And then put it up here as like a roof, and then I'm going to make a second story of this. And the second story is going to be fully intact and might even have the ability to like get up onto the second story, like the ruins, you know? I feel like that might be pretty cool. Let's grab all of these objects. I think I grabbed that one. Yeah, I did. This one. Nope. Wait, okay. Nope, yeah, I did grab the right one. Okay, cool. And then that one. And all we gotta do now is duplicate it up. And then we can snap it to there. I think it snapped. Pretty sure it snapped. Yeah, that looks snapped. Ooh. Okay, and then of course this would have probably a window here. What I could actually do is put another small balcony. And this might be kind of cool. To do like a little balcony here, right? Where the second story would also have like practically no flooring, right? Except for what's up like here. But what it'll do is, I keep forgetting that that does not have any collision. Sir, you said. Oh, you sent another Discord. I missed it. Let's see, what'd you send in Discord? Not good for Nolan haters? What is it? Is this a, what is this? I really like Nolan. Or, well, Nolan's films anyway. I don't know anything about the guy. But, wow, this is not loading. What? You need me to take it? Okay. Sorry. Okay. Whoo-wee. Okay, let's get this Boppy. Needed to take the baby. this boppy here so she doesn't try and flip off my lap. Boppy is a round pillow, in case you're not aware. That kind of goes around. Okay, not good for Nolan haters. What is this? Oppenheimer. Oh, Oppenheimer. Yeah, I didn't know he made this. Okay, now I really want to see this. I was kind of like, okay, cool, Oppenheimer, I'll probably watch that sometime. Now I actually really want to see this. Yeah, people actually hate Christopher Nolan? Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Nolan made The Prestige and Batman, like the Batman trilogy, or the Dark Knight trilogy, and like so much other stuff. That is amazing. Like, he makes such good movies. I'm surprised anyone would hate him and his movies. I assume his movies are part of it. Anyway, the point is that if I do this, okay, I guess I can actually put a door here now. Let's see. Let's grab a little doorway real quick. Doorways. A straight one, which I will then decorate with nice columns and stuff like that coming out of them, like supporting this and everything like that. But for now, I'm just gonna slap that in there as a block out. And now I'm thinking that I will then, let's see, if I go over here. Okay, one of my kids just said "Daddy" through the door, and I know that this is the first time they've said anything to me about whatever it is they're trying to bring up. So I don't know why they're saying it. This is something that kids do. It's as if there's a... What? Aurora did what? Okay, that's fine. Just have her wash her hands afterward. That's fine. You have her wash her hands afterward. They're saying Aurora's gonna use my other daughter's gonna use the dustpan, as if this is a problem. Okay, well, it's out today in cinemas. Yeah, this may be the first film Nolan gets an Oscar for. Oh man, that would be amazing. Yeah, no, like I said, I really like his stuff, and the only thing that I'm like, kind of like, do none of the straight doorways just not have a bottom? Like, come on, man. I don't want a bottom. Whatever. I mean, I know there are some real doorways that don't have bottoms, but this will have to do for now. That's supposed to represent broken wall. Oh, I keep forgetting that has no collision. So basically, you'd be able to boom, hop down onto the roof of the base through a broken, collapsed flooring inside of that structure. And then this one's also going to be collapsed. So what I need to do is, I really need to just set all of these to 1Z, and I wish I'd done that beforehand, because they're just supposed to be thin. Okay. Here you go. Alright. Do you want the boppy? No? Okay. Put it right here. Alright. Whoop. Bump the TV. Or the desk. Okay, so anyway, what was I saying? What was I saying? Now I completely forgot. I was saying about, what, Nolan films? What was I talking about? What's the child's name? Oh, that was Guinevere. That is Guinevere. And, yeah. She's about 6 months old, so very young. A brand new small child. Okay, I apparently missed one. Gotta copy this one. Let's see. There we go. So if I did it, I'm gonna do it a little bit different. What I'm gonna do is, well, there would be a staircase inside of a building like this. So let me go grab a staircase and see what that, oh, that's the really tall kind. I'll just grab this one. I don't really need to keep it as a copyable thing. Let's see. Fancy name for modern times. I know, right? I mean, there's, you know, no reason to give a baby a boring name. But yeah. Let's see. Is there one that's the rest of this length? Because this is a wall. That's a standard wall. I would think that they would use standardized scales for their, Actually, you know what might be the case? This one might already be the length that I need. Because this is about... Yeah, I think this one's exactly the right height already. Kind of wish it went up faster, because, yeah, that's going to go right to the edge. So one standard floor piece, right? One standard large floor piece gives you staircases like this whenever you go ahead and build it. Okay, what if I did the staircase on the outside? Sometimes that's a thing that some structures do, including some Japanese and some Tibetans. So what I might do is bring... Why is this not... Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's right. Okay, cool. And then have that come up to... No, I want to bring this up to probably there. And have that... No, actually, you know what? I'm going to bring it all the way out to here. One of the things we went for was uniqueness of names. So that... And we also gave each of our kids 3 names, 2 middle names. Which, the reason we did that is because in the modern age, you can Google yourself and find that there's like 15 to several hundred of you. First name, middle name, last name, exactly like your name. No numerical suffixes or anything. Just around the world, there happens to be that many of your name, right? And so one thing that we thought about was we were like, yeah, well, if that's the case, we're gonna give them this nice Will Epic Gamer Forge, right? We gave them 2. Well, Jesus Christ, I keep forgetting the thing is okay. Here's what I'm doing. I'm putting I'm putting the collision back in this object. I can walk around this building properly. So even with the collision being janky on that object. So basically, the idea, yeah, was that build it. You know, company. What am I saying? Not companies, not buildings. Names. People have, you know, many names. I mean, you know, what am I trying to say? People have 3 names normally in American, and at least, and you know, in the West, and that has slowly become sort of a standard across the world over time, but it's still basically not universal standard technically. So do you like that little door more or the big door? The big door feels very non-medieval. You know what I mean? Like, oops, that's not what I want. What am I trying to say? Okay, so basically, by giving them 4 names, they're going to show up in computer systems as a unique name. They'll never have to be confused with other people as long as the computer system supports, you know, supports a multiple name thing, you know, supports having more than 1 middle name, which eventually they will all universally do, I imagine. Which some of them don't right now, by the way, so it does have its drawbacks. Anyway, the point is that if eventually, I think all computer systems are going to treat it as a thing that they do. You know what I mean? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Back here, the floor is going to be more intact, and I'm going to do a weapon spawn there. There's going to be like some kind of power weapon or something like that back here. Maybe not like a full-blown power weapon, but like a mid-tier power weapon. That way, you know, you can't just terrorize the top of the base with a sniper rifle, for example, because I don't want to spawn you a sniper rifle right here. That would be insane. Unless I spawn a rocket launcher down there and you can blow them up by shooting at the ceiling right above them. That would definitely be a good thing. I have a middle name. Yes, exactly. A middle name is standard for most countries right now. Like literally almost all countries have one middle name at least. And in some countries, like what is it? Is it Spain? Is it Spain? And then like Latin America? My middle name is Sean. S-E-A-N. The one, that way of spelling it. But yeah. Which is very strange, but yeah. It's actually, I'm not like doxing myself to say it's already out there. That my middle name is already out there associated with mine, so it's really easy. Mark, nice. Nice. I don't know what your last name is. I originally thought your last name might have literally been Wilco. And that your middle name started with a Z, and that's why you went with A-Z Wilco. But I was just like guessing. I knew that was probably wrong even at the time. Okay, so a small opening here might be cool, but like maybe one you can't actually fit through, or maybe one you have to like crouch to get through, might actually be kind of cool right here. But I don't know. What do you think? What does everybody else think in chat? Or I might put some kind of like, ooh, I like the idea of like a the rocks here having like a little raised portion there that you can actually jump onto, and then jump up onto this balcony so that you can contest people who are already like hiding up here without having to go up the stairs. Like if someone was hiding over here, right, waiting for you to come up the staircase to jump you, and then you do that jump, then you've got them, you're behind them, and you can like chuck a grenade at them and then engage them, and yeah, get a good upper hand there. So you don't want to camp up here too much, you know what I mean? Something like that. AZ is short for Aaron, if that wasn't obvious. AZ? How is the Z part of Aaron? I just thought it was you just like the Z as part of it. But now I'm wondering, is it about your accent that the Z, kind of the way that you pronounce Aaron makes the Z? Because in America, like in English, if I had said Aaron and I said Z, it doesn't sound anything like it, so I was just wondering. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm wondering how the Z, what the Z is. But yeah, let's see. Biomes, rocks, alpines, so this chunk here. It bugs me when people say AZ as separate letters. I know, I bugged you for months, and I apologize. I had no idea that I was doing it wrong because I was dumb and forgot you said I was doing it wrong. You had actually said I was doing it wrong at one point, and then I continued to do, and then I stopped for like a week, and then I didn't get to stream for like a week, and then I started right back up again. It was very dumb. But anyway. Let's see. If I can hop here, and then here. Yeah, what I'll do is, I'm gonna put like destructible railings on things like these balconies. So whenever you get to this, it's gonna be like crunched right through it, you know? You shouldn't have to clamber too much. But we'll see how that works out, because it might be those destructible objects. You might try to clamber on it, might actually break something. Like, this is a cool little hole that, like, man, if you could actually jump down right there, that'd be actually interesting, because people might be waiting for you to jump down here, and having, like, a little spot like this will throw them off, because their aimer just won't be pointing in your direction whenever you make your way down. They'll be like, I see someone on the radar. What? Watch, look up there. And then, like, they take out your shields and like, oh, shit, what am I going to do? And you come down here, and it sort of cancels your advantage of jumping onto the top of the base. You're now out front, but you're also canceling their advantage of knowing where you are up here. You see what I mean? So AZ, like the word as, but with Z instead, as. Oh, I see. So, well, yeah, whenever you pronounce it, yeah, as Wilco. I was just wondering how the AZ specifically works toward Aaron, other than just being, you know, cool sounding. Like, I mean, it sounds cool. I'm not saying it doesn't sound cool. It's just like the AZ. I was wondering how that specifically connects to it. But anyway, so like this is pretty good. You have a full view of the entire roof of the base, which means I might need to do something like, there might be like a ruined like 4th floor down there that is like almost completely wrecked, and that's where the roof is, and the roof has giant holes in it, but like that portion doesn't. And then I might put like chunks of this building down there, like piles of rubble with like, you know, broken wood down there as part of the cover that's going to be on the roof, you know, as part of the block out, because like I imagined already that I would want, you know, some kind of cover up here so that, you know, whenever you're fighting, you know what I mean, like there's some dynamic stuff going on. So if I, for example, use this to represent a pile of junk, I could plop a few of these down in places that make sense, and then use that as my guide for, like, a one on the corner would make sense, because that, even though it's too short to fully cover you from that, you know, they'll have an advantage over there. You'll be like trying to hide underneath it, and I'm a little higher than I would be normally, but because of this little platform. But anyway, the point is that it's tall enough to cover you from that direction, so you'll be using this as cover from that direction and sort of popping out and using it like that, and then suddenly get hit by someone up there potentially, and you might even jump up top here and get an additional height advantage on them. Then Wilco as sort of Wilkinson. Oh, okay, cool. That's just what people say. Gotcha. As Wilco. Okay, that's cool. Wilkinson. That's cool. Bosley, by the way, means Basil's wood, as in like a forest. As in like my ancestors were in, like, going all the way back to England or something like that, lived in a place called Basil's. It lived in like near or in Basil's wood, which was probably some lord or something like that. It's very, very medieval and silly and simple. But yeah, I would like to divide this portion of the roof off from that portion of the roof to some extent, and having a bit of rubble that way would work for that. And yeah, basically these would be made up of chunks of wood and like the stonework and stuff like that if I can. How come yours is different to Mari's? So her last name, so her, I think she goes by Gode as her last name on there. That's my last name on my mother's side. One before it was like Gode, then they married. Then the Gode married my grandfather. Her and my other sister really like that last name Gode, and so they use it a lot. They wanted to make a company called like Gode Productions and stuff like that. So they really like that one. It kind of goes back like 2 generations though. Like we're really close to our entire like Gode family, but then the name got changed to Pierce as the last name over there. And then it was my mom then married to my dad, and then it got turned to Bosley. So yeah, it's a little interesting. So she really likes it, and so does my other sister, and they use it a lot for a bunch of things, for accounts and stuff like that, but for their like public profile side. But yeah. But the point is, yeah, it's pretty cool, and I think it's a good name and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't use it the same way they do. Let's see, how do I do this to make this look good? I think I might need to make it come down on this side, and that is where we need to get this angle right, because this is not right. There we go. Something like that to give a nice archway there into this stone column. I don't even apparently need the top part of this stone column because it's going to go into the cliff anyway, which is good because they were all exactly the same and it didn't look natural at all. Interesting. Yes, exactly. So she's actually going by a she's going by a stage name essentially. Let's bring this a little higher, unless that ruins the curve. Oh, that does ruin the curve. Okay, well actually let's not bring that higher then. I might do that like higher column thing on one of the other sides, but kind of like how that side swipe works. Kind of like how a lot of these different points on this scaling works. I need to find the one I like the most. I think that's probably the most cool looking. Kind of looks like this rock right here is almost like a separate rock and being pinched between these two, you know what I mean? Like, or just erosion is sort of slowly carved it out as a central boulder kind of thing. But, yeah, so that's going to be kind of cool. It means the roof over here, well, that thing needs to be hidden again so we can see it, as it was earlier. This is actually how this arch is going to go. So you're going to be able to sort of look that direction. I might cut that off a bit with more rock up there or something like that, maybe. But for now, this is looking pretty good. The base can be assaulted from multiple angles over there, so that one side isn't just like, you can take me off collabs for this. Oh, okay. You don't want to... Oh, yeah, because you're all burned on it. I'll leave you on there just in case. I did anything on here anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to leave you on here in case you end up getting a second wind later, you know what I mean, and suddenly getting into it again and wanting to check it, because it'd be easier than have to add you back on, you know what I mean? Be much easier just to leave you on here. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. But if you don't ever end up getting a second wind, I'll perfectly understand. It's okay. I'm not trying to say you have to. I'm not trying to lock you in. Are you losing like interest because of the way the build is going, or are you just still lost interest in Forge in general right now? I kind of feel like that there is cool, but I want to have a normal... Let's see. Like, if you got any critiques of the actual, in general right now... Okay, that's what I thought it was. If you do have any critiques of the build right now, I would take feedback, 100%. And anyone else who has any feedback about, like, oh man, this is really cool, but I kind of hate how this is, or that's too open, it defeats the design that you were going for, that you said, you know, that you're going out of your way for, or something like that. Like, if you have some kind of criticism like that, that's perfectly acceptable, and I will definitely take that into consideration. Like, like this open. I decided in the middle of doing that stuff that I was going to open this path up, right? Originally, it was where that rock was a second ago where it completely cut it off right there. So you could only defend your base from people who were right in front of you, which meant you probably didn't want to just sit here. But in a way, opening that up makes one straight shot that direction, and now that thing is the only one that's breaking you. Because really, it turns into a diagonal instead of like a second. Instead of having one segment here, and then one segment here, and then one segment here, now it's just like 3. You know what I mean? It's like base to there is one segment, and then here to here, and then here to here, which I think is better, but let me know. These parts from Far Cry 3 you can pull reference from. I'll put them in Discord. Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Been playing other games. Oh, okay, yeah. Especially if you end up playing Far Cry 3 again or something like that, then you could grab screenshots. That'd be very helpful. But yeah, let's see. So I feel like one thing I need to block out for gameplay purposes is this right here. If I leave this how it is, this gatehouse, I need to figure out what these gatehouses are going to look like, and I need to decide. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I want to be all clamor or anything like that up into this. I think I wanted to require a repulsor or grapple shot, because then to get through there with the flag, you have to like drop the flag, repulsor, or like grapple up there, turn around, and then, grapple the flag and pull it up to yourself. Or you need the help of an ally who's going to jump it up to you and throw it, and then you can like come up to the edge and maybe grab it or something like that. But yeah, so I definitely think that is the best bet. Let's get ourselves a doorway. Actually, I might even do a window. And that way you have to like jump through the window, you know? That's in walls, I think, right? The windows are? Yeah, there they are. Window. I kind of want to do an angled one because I've got a lot of square stuff going on, and I would like to do like an angled protrusion. Especially because it means that the window is sort of cut off from this direction. So it's a lot harder to be inside and sort of poke yourself out and fight that way. You see what I mean? So like if someone's right there and they start getting shot at, they can keep running, and then that requires you to come out and engage them from above, and that kind of loses your height advantage. But yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. Now let's get ourselves, so this is the short window, but I think you can still fit through there if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go ahead and place one window A and then hop inside of it just to see. I'm pretty sure this is like practically a doorway. Yeah, it is. So it's called a window, but it's only a window in that it has a nice slope right there, so you can shoot people that are down there without the window cutting off your view. But yeah, and I'm probably going to make it look like a really elaborate, like, wait, what's the difference between this one and what's the difference between A and C? I'm confused. What is the difference between A and C? Are like the textures wrapped differently? Like the shape is identical. Or is this just a weird little overlap that I never noticed before? Just let me know. I don't know if you are aware of the answer to this, if anyone is. But yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, let's see. I don't want to do a round one over here. These are going to be all squared off. Let's see, curved. Let's see. Corner piece. By the way, real quick, do you guys think that this walkway is cooler, or do you guys think that it would be cooler to have an arch bridge here with the river going underneath it, and then the river would still wash you down river? Because I could even do a little bit of both, like have it here, and then like make this water push you down river a little slower than the rest, so you can make it across here or something like that. And then it'll be like a really cool, like, you know, Japanese style bridge with like with an archway and like the cool like railing and stuff like that. Like, what do you think? I don't want to do anything up here. This has got to be this is a jump path, and I don't want to do anything down here because this is a jump across that like moving object path, you know? Oh wait, these are going, okay, this is going to be going down. Is there a way that I could like, nah, that's just, that would be crazy. That would also be down, it would bring you lower instead of higher, and I don't think I want to do that. Okay, so let's see. By the way, I didn't tweet out today because I just didn't. I don't know. Just didn't. I didn't think about it until just now. Let's see. Double window A, double window B. Are all of the... Oh, these are... Okay, here we go. Wall window A, B, double window A, and B. Can't find any references. Oh, man. So what I realized is that I actually want this here and not this double wall. Because that would actually display... I want it like this, I think. Because that'll display more of what this one will be like. Because I can put these into the gap there. Into the groove. Alright, now. And then I can also adjust all of them on here. I can go boom, boom, and I'll straighten them all out. Yeah, looks good. And now it's a matter of adjusting them horizontally. Which what I could do is use the grid pattern to sort of give me a guide. I think, like for example, I went 1, 2, 3 squares over and I'm kind of in that middle. And then 1, 2, 3 squares over and I'm kind of in the middle. And then over here, like that. That's kind of way too big an open of a thing. I want it to be much shorter than this, but I don't want the whole wall to be shorter. Like I don't want it to be down here, I don't think. Actually, that's not bad. Being able to clamber over it wouldn't be terrible. Alright, yeah, I'm going to bring this whole thing down. I'll bring it down like this, and then I will scale it up. I'll bring it down some more. So that it's got this, like, sort of cover. You can shoot through it. You can even contest that. And whenever this thing gets shot, it spins. So you'll actually be able to kind of see that someone's shooting at you a little bit more interestingly, because, like, you'll hear the pings on the metal and everything, but yeah. Alright, what were you saying? Can't find any reference. It's Chinese ruins inside a massive cavern, all destroyed. Oh, okay. That's really cool. Let's see, let's make sure all of these are aligned vertically correctly. That will fix itself if I hold down the back button. There, now they're all kind of lined up correctly, and then they'll be on sticks, and then they'll spin, and if I need to put another one in here to tighten up the holes between them, I can. But for now, I think this is perfect, because you can break line of sight to you, and they can't really shoot through that to get you either. I'm pretty sure that that's close enough to the ground that they'd be hitting this if they tried to shoot under it, and above it, so like you can actually cut line of sight fully, unless they're over there on the ground, in which case they could shoot you through underneath it. So you kind of have only like partial cover. So like a warthog shooting at you, you could use these to like sort of block it. And that's going to be kind of cool because they're going to be spinning and that's going to be awesome. I think it'll look really, really cool. I'm actually really excited about that little mechanical piece there. 1 second. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for checking that out for me. Because, yeah, so that is definitely way too high to clamber. Just high enough, I think, to repulsor into. Definitely easy to grapple shot into. I think I'm going to move this out the way because it's really just going to potentially replace some of those blocks down there. I just didn't want to have to replace it later. So, yeah. Okay. Floors. Okay, so this one, is this one designed to fit this? Or is it not? Yes, it is. Okay, so that's a floor piece that will fit the thing. And I think this is going to have sort of a stone base on the outside here and maybe wood on the inside. So there's the block, and let's see, we start blocking this out fully. Let's get a proper wall piece. Nope, not that one, this one again. Let's start plopping this in place. Actually, I want to snap it to there to do this. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so I definitely liked the idea of the diagonal. So I am liking the idea of maybe flipping these around and adjusting their width to be a little bit different on this particular wall. Might go to 12. And then on this side, 12 as well. And then we'll adjust all of it to the right because that middle wall was never really lined up. Oh, that's perfect. There we go. Now we're right in line with that piece, which isn't exactly perfectly aligned anyway, but I do kind of like the idea of it poking out from that rock. And again, this rock area is not 100% finished either. I'm just going to block this out and figure out how I want the rocks to be and like maybe adjust where this whole block out of this building is and everything like that as I go. But that start gives me a good place to go from there, which is to say I need, yeah, I guess I'll go to floors. That's a good one that would fit there. Well, floor standard would definitely fit like this, and then that sort of fills in that gap in the middle. I think in this particular case I need to make a floor standard that goes all the way out to there, and then that way I can save resources on my block out, which will later look completely different, I'm sure. I use completely different pieces, but yeah. This will then fit over onto this side. So there we go. And then, like I said, I'll have some kind of like angled pieces here on the bottom to like do stuff. That looks really cool. Oh, you sent me something. YouTube. Okay, alright. Let's check out this YouTube link with these pieces, with these things.
Before it gets bad?
I might need to mute this in case he's listening to music that's copyrighted, but it's probably just the gameplay music. Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, like some cliffside, you know, panels like this that you can sprint down. Would be really cool. Look at those rooftops. That looks great. So you can kind of see where I'm going for. Actually, this is actually exactly what I was trying to describe and showing off with my things. Can I Pinterest pin a YouTube video? Let me see. I have no idea. Save. Forge map concepts. Okay. Looks like it worked. So I can come back and reference this video again. And look, it's even going to start me at your time because I think I just pinned this link, which means it's going to start me right where you sent me, which is great. Let's see, this is a cutscene, and then he's back to an overworld map and leveling himself up, and he's out in the rest of the overworld. Okay, that is really cool though. That's awesome. I'm going to go back and look at that again in like more detail later, and like continue to like explore that because it looks pretty good. Okay, quarter, no, floor angle. I think I want to do this, and snap it right. I appreciate that. That was actually extremely helpful. Because that's a video game creating a reference to that and building a space out of it. Like, that's the thing about, like, using another video game as a reference, like you've been doing, is actually a brilliant idea. Simply because the fact that like it's a world-built element in a video game. You know what I mean? Like the game has already accomplished sort of the things that you're going to need to go for, especially with it being a first-person shooter like that. Makes it really, really useful. I think I might need to use a different rock so I can carve out an interior here, because like I've got this bridge coming here, and I kind of wanted that to be an entrance to the actual building. I think, so here's one of the things I'm thinking about. I might actually, like I keep on saying, switch it to man cannons, and the reason I'm thinking man cannons is because then I can have them like cross in the middle, and I can actually make a script where if two players are in this like zone in the middle of that X, right, at the same time, I could theoretically make them suffer a certain amount of damage. So like right in the middle where they would cross, if you both enter this little area, this little trigger volume, then it go boom, and then like you'll both suffer a little bit of damage. And hello, Mr. Beetle, how's it going? And then basically, like as soon as they hit, it'd be like the two cannons would boom like that, and you suffer damage from hitting an enemy. And it would also work for shooting through allies, which have no collision. So maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe if I could set the script up to check to see if they're on opposite teams. But basically, yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. It's like when a player enters the area, if there's more than one player in that area, and they're of different teams or something like that, then deal damage to each object in the area or something like that. Something to that kind of effect in the script, but I don't know. I kind of almost like this sort of wrap around this rock thing. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. You're doing good? That's good. I'm figuring out the actual block out right now. So let's see. Oh, this is a improperly scaled version. Let me go to this. Although I think that it's gonna be, because it's a diagonal, it's gonna probably need to be rescaled anyway. So doing that. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna snap this where I know it should go, and then I'm gonna create another one, so I don't have to go grab another one later. And do this. I'm gonna do this. What am I trying to do? That's what I was trying to do, so I could see which direction it is. Y. The Y direction. I think it needs to go, if I'm not mistaken, it probably goes to 24? Nope. 22? I've done this before and it was 22.6. Never mind. I thought it went to an exact value. I don't know why I thought that. But yeah. And what I might do is a diagonal. Ooh, you found another YouTube video? Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Walls. Let's find an angled window. Like this. And see if this fits right here nicely. I might switch this one out to an angled piece. Just have a window that you can use to combat the other side through, so that you don't just have the door, you have another way here. And also a way of dropping down onto that bridge, which would be I think a cool element. We're gonna add the other kind of floor here to, you know, match it. There we go. And there's kind of a hole here, which means you could, on this, if I went and like published this as a playable thing, there would be a giant hole here. That's no good. That's not what I'm going for. So all I'm gonna do is, because it's probably going to be, I think it'd be really cool to have wooden structure down here that's sort of like blocking off access. The sort of like support structure that ends up blocking off access down here. So what I'm gonna do is this. Actually, I'm gonna snap it to there. And that's going to just block the way for now. If I, you know, publish a block out of this, if you guys want to try the block out and let me know what you think. But that'll be later. You may need to slow it down and pause it. Okay. Have you ever slowed down music on YouTube? There's this one particular song that I listened to that James actually introduced me to. That I found just while listening to it, I just sort of had this like feeling. I was like, you know, I bet this would be even better if I slowed it down to like 0.75. And I did, and it did. It made the song. It was moving too fast. I'll link you to that song. It's a really good one. Okay. And this is like, it's like the bandits or something like that have built some panels and stuff like that in here. Put a turret there. Oh, that would be cool. Let's see. How does this work? Ooh, actually, I think I have an even better version of where to put the turret, but in that spot, basically, but slightly different. I'll show you what I mean. But that just informed some of my block out. Thank you. Because it would be really cool to have it. It'd also be really interesting to have it in that area because you could then break it off and turn around and assault that base with it. And that would be really cool. But yeah, this is all really cool. I'm liking all this. Kind of feels like Skyrim in a way, this ruined area. But like up above where you're actually like, you sent me like earlier in it, and you're saying to slow it down. To get a better view. Hold on. You know what I need to do? I just need to refresh it so I have that timestamp again, and that'll pull me right into where you were. Okay, so like, yeah, all these ruins and then like there. That was it. That was our timestamp. Oh, that's all cool. Wait, this is before your timestamp that you sent me. Ooh, that is really badass. I wish there were some statues. I actually suggested on Twitter, I was like, hey, Forge Lord sent that, like, art image, or someone else had posted, like, I don't remember what it was. Somebody posted an image of the Forge Lord, you know, with him, like, in a robe and, like, holding a sword or something like that, like a you know, what do you call it, like a dramatic pose. And Michael Shore, you know, the Forge Lord, was replying to it. Yeah, this is really cool. Was replying to it and thinking it was really cool. And he was saying that the internal dev team have this sort of joke going on as well. And yeah, no, I suggested to him on Twitter. I was like, make that object, that robed figure holding the sword. So many maps would use that. Oh Jesus, I'm trying to get that. It's almost like a screenshot of window of opportunity to look at this thing. Okay. Nope, it went down. There. Okay, here we go. That gate, that is a really cool gate. Okay, so my gate has like what would be here, and I have these like large blocks that would be here. I can then bring up a piece here and then actually build a rooftop like this on my gateway, and that would be really cool. So I think I might do that. Okay, let's see. I guess it time-stamped it wrong part. Yeah, it saved the wrong time to what I had it on. Okay, cool. So that's what you're trying to do, is right before that, probably. Let's see. There's this giant doorway. It turns yada yada. And then R2-D2 hacks the computer system. And then we go inside, and there's a dead guy. There you go. Why don't we have any human skeletons? So it's what's inside here, right? This is the building that you were trying to send me, right? This time, this object, this building right here. This looks really dope. I love it. The giant statue above it looks really cool. I wonder if I should do that on the keep side. Like the gateway, I'll use that gateway here, right? That kind of... In fact, I can plop down something real quick. Like this is the gate as it stands. But like if I had a wall piece, and I brought it up here... And then I brought it to the width, which I believe is a clean 40. What is it? 48? It's not exactly a clean 48, but yeah. And then I made it a little thicker, like this. And then I could put like the the sort of roof. I think I need to turn it around and make it... Okay, hold on. Excuse me. We're going to go to 6. Turn it around. That's an increase of 2, so we're going to bring it now up to 8, and then we'll have it centered on there, and... No, it's not even centered on the gateway, but anyway. It does what I want it to do. Ooh, and it fits perfectly with those supports. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Not exactly perfectly. If it was like... I guess 5. Yeah, there we go. That would fit perfectly with those supports, which is awesome. And then I'll put like an actual wooden panel section inside there, which I actually was thinking about doing anyway to make it go flat across the top of this, because that little pivot is there. Which would just be part of the gateway now that I'm like talking about it, but like basically bring this in, bring my Z up, make it just there, so that the pivot piece is there. So we're gonna bring this back out to there, and then that would be, well, actually no, I gotta bring it down a bit apparently. Okay, well that kind of envelops the pivots, but yeah. Anyway, the point is that if I build this, if I set this to wood, and yes, I know I'm doing some like early, or some like what do you call it, art in the middle of my block out, I know, but this is just what I do sometimes. Whenever I've got something arted cool, I want to try and do it. Okay, here's the thing. What if we have this lower one set to something else, either the brass, that darker wood is giving me the idea, but I think both of these are metal scratch is going to be metal brass worn, and metal brushed is going to be metal brass worn, and it's going to, so that it matches the brass that we have around here. And I can even do this one as brass, unless, oh, those are just the bolts. Interesting. Unless you think that the iron gates here would be better than the brass, but I think the golden gates look really, really cool. And the little lock would actually be a UNSC lock that's been placed there since they started doing their started invading the, or like, what do you call it? Started building their base here. No. I went to the top one again. Let's see, metal, I think I'm missing some stuff that you guys are saying. Let me check. It's very green over here, but it's very gold inside. Okay, yeah, you are saying. But put a turret there. Yeah, I need to do that. Guess it time-stamped to the wrong part. Yeah, it saved the wrong time of what I had it on. But these are definitely good references for what you're trying to build. I agree. And because it's a first-person shooter, it's giving me an example of what to build that's also really good for, you know, Ooh, okay. I know I just cut myself off in the middle of what I was saying. I just thought of something. This is about to become one of my jungles. I'm going to leave that thick because a lot of this is going to be really thin and then have like beams on it that sort of like work. I think I'm about to have to raise these wall pieces to fit this height. So we're going to bring them up by 3 so that they match up to there. Still fit perfectly. Okay, good. Alright, so the gun turret that I was thinking, right? You said put a gun turret there, and I like that idea. What I was thinking about doing is carving, whenever I carve this piece out and make a little carving piece here, I'm essentially going to build, put a gun turret here. Right? Because this structure is one that you have to, that's really offensive against this base, if this team, I'm going to put a grapple shot somewhere in this area, possibly down there or something like that, or maybe up on the top of the base or something. Or maybe over here, I don't know. There's going to be a grapple shot in the base, right? So if a player goes and is like, okay, I'm going to go get through there, they grab the grapple shot, and they jump and they grapple and they pull themselves up and they come in here, they can actually turn this into a defensive base by getting on the gun turret, being able to pivot there to shoot there, pivot over here, and be able to sort of try to control here. And then it becomes like a, and can also look up there and shoot up there, which is actually really interesting. It's like a 3-point you know, cover, and even up there. But then like you have to cover from all those areas at once, but or else someone's going to snipe you and take you out, right? So like it's going to be a really tough area to defend, but something like that. These are definitely good references. Tibetan architecture is extremely similar to Chinese since they're very close on the map. Yeah, they're also and it's all actually, I mean, the rooftops of Tibetan architecture and Japanese architecture at a glance from a layman look almost exactly the same. They are very different, but they use very similar techniques because I think because they're both based on bamboo. Like the structure, like if you look at this thing over here that I've kind of tried to use to duplicate it, they create this repeating ring and this repeating like brass, and the brass curves down into this area here and then up underneath the next one. So they tile almost like a really elaborate S-bendy kind of bend, you know, it's like a little lump and then a low area and then an overhang like this, so that it goes over the next one's lump. And they interlink like that in a lot of the same ways that you know, like Mexican and stuff like that, or like Spanish, you know, like that kind of interlinking rooftop where you have two curves and you just link them together and you make the same kind of long curved tile and you just link them on top of each other, right? What object is that? These are barrels. These are just simple UNSC barrels. Not the ones that say UNSC on them, but yeah, simple barrels. And then this is an awning. But yeah. Yeah, I know, right? And it ends up making it look very much like bamboo. Originally, I was building them to look like bamboo. Then I switched them to brass to see what it would look like because they build their roofs out of like gold and stuff and brass and different things like that in Japan. There's one temple that was said to have an actual full-blown golden roof. But anyway, the S-bend thing where they link together is really awesome to me, but it's a lot like a really intricate metal version of the clay tile linking that they do in like, you know, in like Mexico and I think in Spain and all those sorts of places. So it's really, really cool to me. It's like a next generation version of that. But yeah, anyway, I think that the whole thing, or that like, just looking at the way that they build them and how similar it is between China and Japan there is really interesting to me. But yeah, still think Sakura's won't fit on here. Oh, I think they will. I think they'll be great. I mean, it's basically Japanese architecture. The Tibetan and the Japanese architectures are very similar. I'm only pulling Tibetan because I don't think I want to use Tibetan-style prayer wheels and then not use any other Tibetan architecture anywhere else. So I'd rather do a merger of the two. But it is going to be like the DNA of this is going to be like 50% Japanese. So having the sakura trees on here is really good, I think. And also on top of that is that the idea is that this is a human civilization that left Earth a long time ago. Like if Earth is our original planet, and then we were like these super advanced, you know, civilization that rivaled even the Forerunner, but just not in scale. Like we rivaled them in tech almost, to where we beat them in war. But then the scale was the one thing that we didn't rival them at. That means that we've got, oh, not this, I'm gonna do a normal sized one. Then that means that we would have seeded our favorite art, you know, the sakura tree is so beautiful to humans. There's no way those ancient humans wouldn't have seeded those trees all over the solar system. As far as all over where they colonize. What? You're thirsty? Okay. Did you have a cup still? From this morning that I got you? No, I mean, it might have nothing in it, but you still have your cup. Because I can go refill it. It was only for like 2 hours ago. It's still good. You're good. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go fill it up. If we could white blossoms, I'd make custom. I know, right? I can't wait until they do have the lily blossoms, but there's only a few you can do, and so like it would take like hundreds of them. You know what I mean? Like you can. I think there's like 3 in a cluster. It would take like hundreds of like 100 of that piece just to make a white blooming tree. But we could theoretically like do fewer blossoms so it doesn't fill the entire tree like a sakura tree really does. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. It's gonna take me 2 seconds. I am back. Okay. Didn't take long at all. Still think sakuras won't fit here, you say. If we could white blossoms, I'd make custom. Yeah. I just wish that we could do custom, you know, plants in general. That's going to be awesome. It's one of the most highly requested features at this point. Like aside from water, we had customizable plants. And then after that, now we've got, let's see, is there any object in foliage right now that's white? Yes, there is. Okay, hold on. Let me go to foliage. There are a few, but I don't know if they'll work. Let's see, for example, let's go to bushes first because there's few of them. There's very few of them. None of these, as you know, because this is what you build your trees out of. Flora has some little, what are they? Where are they? I'll just go through them really quick. So here's some red, which we could turn into red cherry blossoms pretty easily. Cliff, paintbrush flowers. We got desert flower, which are these little tiny like tan color, which it would work good with your coloring, but I don't think they would count as, they don't really count as white. Let's see, here's some green. There's some dead grass. Ooh, here we go. So these are the white blossom flowers. Actually, I forgot about these completely. You would have to use these as your bush, as your leaves, and you have some like smaller ones to make some like tight pieces, hyacinths. You also have your mushrooms, which are white, which would be really weird to use. That'd be very alien world. These would make a really cool tree, I think. But it would be like you might be able to even use this to make almost like a cherry blossom tree, but they would be very like purple and pink, you know what I mean? And they certainly would. I love how those are glowing because of the way that they work with the sunlight behind them. Like the way that you use lights. Someone I was talking to was saying that these would be, that you could probably achieve this with fewer lights. So if you wouldn't mind making a budget-friendly version, that would be cool. Or I could just, you know, break these apart and make a budget-friendly one since I have more than one on the map. It's not like a centerpiece that's right in front of you, so I can delete the ones on the back of the trees, and I can like slightly adjust them. But yeah, these are weird and pink. Oh, okay, what are you saying? I hate the glow. That's why I don't think they fit. Too much green. Oh, on those white ones, yeah. You hate the glow? I love the way they glow, actually. These shine white, but they're actually green. That's an interesting thing right there. They're very green from all the other angles, but they shine white, so it kind of tricked me at first. Let's see. These are a very pale green, but they're not white. Still just green. Okay, here are the lily pads, which have a white flower on them. Too much green, like you said. And they do frequently have it, and there's no way to reduce the lily pads. There's like no option, it's just the flowers. Let's see. Yep, that's like all of the stuff in flora. So, unless there was something in like trees, which I know that's not the case, or in like stumps, then yeah, you're not gonna find anything, unfortunately. Trees, logs, that's gonna be cool and useful for this, because I can flatten them and use them as like ripped up, torn up panels of wood. Like I can do the thing that people do, where they sort of like go like that, like, well, that looks awful. Well, you can find a smaller log, I don't know, but the point is, because apparently this one doesn't scale well that direction, but you can do like really ripped up wood this way, and distressed wood by flattening it a specific direction. Let's see, well, they aren't supposed to glow, I know, but we don't have foliage coloring, so got no choice. Exactly. I like that they're glowing here because I put them behind the sunlight, right? That's, you know, that's a thing. And it makes them feel more alien. Like, this is not just a regular sakura tree, which is what I'm going for anyway. This is not supposed to be Earth. You know what I mean? This is never intended to be Earth. If this was Earth, it's Earth in the you know, Yoroi, or Tenrai world, you know what I mean? And in that world, it's like everything is cyberpunk anyway, so having glowing sakura trees is actually kind of badass. Also, that many trees are going to kill your frames with overlap. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm gonna reduce the number of lights. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm definitely gonna delete all the lights from the back unless I do need them to be there for whenever the flying vehicle comes out. I still haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do with that flying vehicle. I might have the flying vehicle come out of here so that you have to fly in an low in this area at first to give people the ability to sort of react to it. And then that way they'd be like, players can fly through that. It can fly up through there with a grav lift to land there, and then flying vehicles are down here, but I don't know. Maybe I'll switch them and make the grav lift shoot you out there. Anyway, alien cherry trees. Exactly. Good luck doing that with a copy protected prefab. Yeah, I know, you've got yours copy protected and there's no way to do that. So I'd have to like rebuild it from scratch. Unless you want to give me a non-copy protected version. Like if you plopped them into this map, you have the copy protection, I believe, so you could plop an original one of each of them in here, and then from your prefabs, and then you could break the prefab apart, and then I'm pretty sure, better get making your own then. Yeah, and then I'd be able to alter them, but like that's just like, you know, if I don't alter them, then I'm not gonna be able to use them. And it's been very helpful that you created those for everybody anyway. Let's see. Okay, so you're getting to see what I'm talking about the multiple tiers of building here, but I am going to do it again here. That's what I'm kind of doing here. It's not going to be, this isn't just the roof. I'm going to build, and I might even have another window over here, but I might close it. We'll see. I'm going to see what it looks like once I copy it up. The idea is to copy it up here, and to snap it to there. And then do again, destroyed floor, because the idea is, what I'm thinking is a broken staircase or something like that, or maybe no staircase at all, and just a pile of rubble where the staircase would be, and then I'll be able to, you'll be able to jump on into it, and then clamber up onto the next floor, and then from up here, probably not combat there, maybe, I don't know, but then have another area that clambers up onto here. So rather than having this come out so far like this, I'd have like a layer of like a lower layer that's like that you can clamber onto, and then maybe come around and then clamber up that way and then come up onto this or something to that effect. But yeah, that's why I'd want to do custom ones for you, because those sakuras use an old shape just downscaled. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember you you created this shape and you just scaled it down, and then you didn't actually, like, I think you already knew at the time that these lights were unoptimized because they were designed for the much larger tree, so you just brought the lights down closer, right? So it ended up making them no longer an optimized tree for the scale that they're at, because the original tree was gigantic. because of some kind of, you know, early, you know, we were getting used to the tools and everything. But yeah. So yeah, no, that would definitely help. And I would, if you wouldn't mind hopping into the map sometime and just like plopping them in and like breaking them apart so that I can then go in and edit them, then yeah. But I can definitely do a much better one. If you wouldn't mind doing that for me, that would be awesome. If you don't feel like doing that, then plopping them in there and letting me do it would be the next best thing. And so I definitely appreciate either one. I would love it if you did it, since you've got all the expertise. I would probably just be rearranging what you've already built and deleting some lights so that I can make them as efficient as I can. But like otherwise, I don't know how to set them up other than duplicating the lights. So like, it would be a lot of me just like hacking your trees rather than actually building my own from scratch unless I had to like completely reverse engineer it. I'm actually kind of loving these gigantic roots, but I think I would want a version that doesn't do that because it's kind of a little weird. But set your map options up first because I'd have to work around fog and sunlight colors. Ah. Well, you let me know. Do I have to do that like... Oh, I see what you mean. That's true. Like if I change the sunlight and stuff like that right now, it'll completely change how these trees look. I see what you mean. One thing I was thinking, so that half Waterworks thing, let me talk about that again while we've got people in the stream real quick to let you guys know about it, is that I made a Waterworks half full. It's like a, you know, cup half full. Anyway, the idea is I cut Waterworks in half and I made it, and I moved the blue team over to the bridge on Red Side's base, and I just made it to where that was functional, not good. So like, it's just a proof of concept, and I wanted to see if you guys want to hop into it. The link is like at the very top of this comment section. If you want to scroll all the way to the top, you can see it on either YouTube or on Kick. Yeah, since brightness would have to be cut way down if it's closer to nighttime. Yeah, exactly. I think I want this to be daytime, but I might make a nighttime version later, in which case I would need to be able to edit the trees at that point, so I'd have to be able to adjust their brightness and stuff. But I do like the idea of the sunlight shining down through the trees, so I think it is going to be daytime. I think that's set in stone for sure. I just haven't adjusted anything. But what I was going to say about that one is, I'm thinking about a Japanese, since I'm building all these Japanese and, you know, Tibetan style assets for this map, I might reuse those and recycle them to make that one quicker to build later, and make it to where the giant central forerunner structure, I'm going to turn it into a pagoda, and then make a full-blown 100% Japanese. The river, the bridge that's over on the side that's going to be blue base is going to look like two dragons, you know, like two river dragons. I want to put an actual river flowing down underneath there into like a cave network over on the side that might then lead over and waterfall down into the middle structure, like through the rocks kind of thing. But I'd put like a little tunnel cave and then a little tunnel cave for it to pour out of over there. And then a whole bunch of stuff like that is what I was thinking. And when I get to that, it would be what I'm planning on doing there, and why I'm talking about that right now is because you asked me about the sunlight, and I may or may not do this here. I don't think I will do it here because I think it's a good idea for that map. Is the so sky rendering, right? Your sky tint and your sun tint. I'm putting the sun tint over there as like blood red, and I'm gonna make it look like the sky is gonna be such a pale white blue, that the sun being red is gonna be on a white you know, thing. I might even go like weird looking, like not even realistic kind of setup, but I don't know, we'll see. It might look just mostly realistic, but pure white sky almost, and a pure red sun, and I'm going to make it look like the old Japanese flag, the old Japanese flag, or is it the flag of the emperor? It's a current Japanese flag, but it's the flag of the emperor instead of the flag of the country. I think it is. The imperial flag. Yeah, this is the flag of the emperor, if I'm not mistaken, is the way it works. So they've got the, you know, the thing, and it's got these red sun rays, and their current one is just the sun with the white field. But basically the white field, very pale white sky with these giant red sun rays coming out of the sun. And I'm probably going to use something like, delete those trees for now and just put placeholder cones. I'll do that, yeah. Well, I'm going to leave those up there for now just for YouTube viewers to come in and see, because I would much rather it to look a little pretty for people who come in, just so they understand what's going on. Because they won't really know the art direction. Like, I'd have to re-explain the art direction and then have them envision it. You know what I mean? Just having it there a little bit is kind of cool, I think. But basically having these, and then even if they're just placeholder and they're nowhere near as good, you know what I mean? It's still better for people to view. But yeah, anyway, the point is that, yeah, these kind of sun rays, I'm going to make that the actual sun in the sky is going to have these red sun rays, which I'm probably going to use scaled up version of the plasma beam effect and make it blue and make it look like vroom, like these big plasma sun rays coming down from the sun, which I think is going to be really cool. Different heights and shapes and whatnot. I know, but I'm not. I'll re-angle, like I can't do, like what I'm trying to say is, like, that tree I like being that size, and these are the ones that would be like the ones in question. You know what I mean? So yeah, missed a comment. Oh, what'd you say? Leave those trees. I do all custom with different overhanging trees, different heights and shapes and whatnot. Missed a comment. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. How about you delete them one at a time as you put in the better ones, the replacement ones, so that people, whenever they come into my stream, will see at least something there to represent what it's going to be and understand the idea. Because even imperfect, I think it's still better for viewers to see like that. You know what I mean? To see the sun shining through the tree like that, I think is still worth it. You know what I mean? Because that's a really, I mean, if I could make that my thumbnail, I just would. You know what I mean? I'll probably do that on YouTube or something like that. But yeah. But you get what I'm saying. So this might be a 3-story structure here. Let me go ahead and copy it up. But yeah, it's better to delete them now because you may change how many there is depending on how big or small the replacements are. That's true, but I don't know. If I delete them now, then I don't have anything until you decide to get back in. I don't know when you're going to do that. You know what I mean? Like you were saying that you're kind of burned on it. So unless you're planning on getting in like real soon, do you want me to do it like now? Like, are you able to get in like real soon and do that? Because I'm just like, I don't want the stream to suffer just because I, deleted them right this second, But a 3-story structure would be kind of cool here. And then like the floor would be all destroyed, and that's like what, 600 objects just on those trees alone? Yeah, it is. It's insane, but I'm really far from getting to that point. I will have to delete them eventually just for the Forge simulation at 21%. But yeah, I'm already at 21%, so eventually I will have to delete them. But like, this is what I'm thinking, like a building, a bit of floor there, right? Might delete that one. Let's see, so less light clipping. I know how OBBs work now. Oh, yeah! That's what, 600 objects? That's a good point. Yeah, your trees are going to come out way better. So, let's see, actually. The question is where I want to put the staircase. I'll probably put it over here and make it like rubble, like there's a staircase. And then, like there was a staircase, and probably another one here. So like that would be the opening there. And then I would put, let's see, let me just delete that, and then this, just to give an idea of where this is going to be. And then I'm going to grab one of these, my little fake rubble piles, and I'm going to plop it in there. Let's see, I can probably use flowers instead of bushes and just color them, because I've colored flowers before. That would be really cool, yeah. So like if this was like this, maybe a little bit like this, so that I can make it look a little bit more dynamic looking and interesting. And then basically the idea is that you can clamber up here. I'd probably have another rubble piece right there, as if there was another staircase that sort of wrapped the other direction. And that one will be like this, which will poke through the floor, through the roof, but it won't be that big of a deal for the block out. Oh, nope, it will be that big of a deal for a block out. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, I guess I will do it like this, and it'll make it look like they were both going up the same direction, but that you had to, like, and then that would be, then I could just delete that and that, and, so this maybe, oh, no, I'll do this. And then duplicate a square one this way and put it like this. Yeah, let's see. Check how sizing works on red. Okay, yeah. So less lighting clipping. I can probably use flowers instead of bushes and just color them because I've colored flowers before. Check how sizing works on red flowers. That sounds good to me. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Is this getting you back in the mood to forge? Thinking about these, this cool style? Then that one will go up there, and then you'll be able to jump into rocks, into a rocky section. And then, like I said, some of these windows will be closed, possibly somewhat collapsed. Let's see, the flowers would also look more sakura-like instead of a shit oversized bush. Yeah, from a distance you can't really tell. Well, you can tell, but not very well. So a lot of people are going to be like suspension of disbelief their way into just accepting these as sakura trees as they are. But sakura trees do have leaves, you know what I mean? Like, they do have some leaves, so the fact that it's 100% pink is a little odd. They do become very pink and fluffy whenever they're, you know, nearly done. Whenever they're all in bloom and stuff like that. But it definitely does feel awkward the way they are right now. So I definitely am loving all of these ideas you're talking about. Well, that one would be more like that anyway. The overlapping one has more branch visibility, which is what I do your custom ones like. The overlapping one, this one? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. It also kind of like, if you had like leaves down here in these branches, you could have like a sort of a little bit of green in there alongside with the big pink, you know what I mean? And I think that'd be a good combo. I just really hope that they'll add in the ability to switch these, change all of the current plants and change their names, so just add MP at the end and do a different version that doesn't have that. That's all we need. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? Some of these walls should be wrecked. Some of these walls should definitely be wrecked, because that would mean that actually, you know what? Let me put a half wall there. Let me go to columns, cover, or is there just wall half? I think there's probably just a wall half or something like that. Yeah, I might just scale one down or something. It'd be really cool if they started putting in a few more pieces into these Halo design sets for wall crumbled, you know? I think wall half in here is just not as tall. It's just not as wide. So I think I'm gonna have to make these two. I'm just gonna bring them down there, and then I'm gonna adjust their heights. But like, basically, I don't want to give perfect cover against the flying vehicles up here. I want to give partial cover. In fact, I'm gonna make this one the taller one, and this one be shorter. And then this piece is just gonna be completely deleted, I think, and then replaced with some side pieces, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh, let's see. The overhanging one has more branch visibility, which is what I do for your... Yeah, and then won't be using roots either. Rooted can balls. Oh, roots can balls. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just surprising how well you do the job in the first place. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing it. Seeing your work in action, you know? What was that? Wall... See, corner wall standard. Is this going to be roughly that size? Yeah, it is. So what I was thinking of was that I'd just slap this here and here, and then make it much shorter here, and then somewhat shorter here. It doesn't have to be much shorter, just to block out this sort of structure that's going on right here. Oh, I didn't snap that to the right spot. Let's see, here we go. Bring that out to there, which is 6.10, is that correct? Nope, just 6. There we go. So that kind of gives, let's duplicate this one and snap it to here. And do this one out wider as well. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's do this. Give a really nice ruined look to it. For now. God, I hate those Sakuras. What was I thinking? Jesus. You're very critical of your own past work. That's all I have to say. Highly critical of your own previous work. Let's make these the same height. I did not mean... Let's go 7.8 and 7.8. Because I think it looks great. Hate him, 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 hate him. That's pretty funny. Okay. Alright, so this definitely was looking terrible, more and more terrible. Please, they are killing my eyes. Okay, well, I'll look away. I'll avert the camera from them. Let's see. I need to put a hole in this wall, maybe a giant window, but it doesn't have to be a window. It can just be a ruined wall. I like that idea. So this one has this, and I'm just going to do this. Dies. I'll just try not to look in that direction. How's that? Try my hardest. Just to show how this wall is not so good anymore. Let's see. Yeah. This is good. This is good. I'm liking it so far. This is a good block out for this space. And now I've got to fix this one. You said please. But everyone else thinks they're gorgeous. I want the camera. I want to be able to show off, you know, something cool on the map because it's so early in its blockouts right now. You're like, if you don't delete them, I'm going in there when you're not looking, and I'm deleting them for you. You're like, you better remove me from the thing, or else I'm getting in there and I'm gonna take them out. Let's see. Hold on. Everyone loves your trees right now, Aaron. They look good. They just temporarily look good. They temporarily don't look as good as you can make. Sakura tree hitman. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna sneak in and wipe out my Sakuras. Well, your Sakuras, but the point is the Sakura's in my map. Let's see. Hold on. What am I doing here that's wrong? Which is the correct angle I'm trying to get to? That's the pointed side. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do. Like this. It's just that this one was stretched. Right. That's what's going on. Okay, I need to re-angle it, readjust it, flip it up like this. No, flip it like this, and then like that, and then like this. There we go. And then this is the correct angle, and I probably need to scale it down still. And then this needs to be scaled down and brought forward to make more room, because like he was saying earlier, so no, but seriously, please get rid. It's gonna bug me. Oh man, but they look so pretty. Are you sure, Aaron? Okay, if you promise to come in here and build me some new ones soon, then I will do it. I'm not saying like today or tomorrow, but like soon. I'll delete them for now. I can always place them back because you do have them published. It's not like I couldn't select that many objects apparently. Yeah, freaking dog shit cherry blossoms. I think they look amazing. You're good. They're very good. They're very, very good. But if you are planning on doing it soon, then I will delete them, knowing that you will be doing that, and I'll feel good. Feel okay about it. But I don't want them to be too long, because I just really like how they look, and it really ties up the block out. You know what I mean? It ties the block out together. Because like the block out is cool and all, and it's functionally cool and everything like that, but it's not like perfect, you know what I mean? Like it's nowhere close to done, and so having like a bit of visuals here and there that look good, it goes a long way, you know what I mean? So yeah. But since they are your trees, I will delete them for now. And you are requesting so heavily. That is definitely something I can do. Okay, so how big is a gun turret? Because I think this is too small of a space. Oh no, oh no. Okay, reset rotation. Go to the object's location. Let's see if we can find this rotation. I don't think I'm going to. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know where this rotation was supposed to be, but I definitely lost it. Why is it not rotating horizontally? There we go. I think it's around there. That is good. Actually, that puts a little rock outcropping kind of style. That's not bad. Thank you. Love you. I mean, yeah, no. That's fine with me. Like I said, though, I really, really want those in there. So, since I deleted them, if you don't mind making them soon, I would really appreciate it. Let's see. I think, is there a way to make this covered in moss? Like this exact thing, but covered in moss. Let's see what these are. Rock granites, lichen. Let's see. Rock. Landslide. Where's the... No, that's not it. There's one of the... I might have to go to, like, moss and see if that comes out the nice gray with moss covering it. Just a slight variant for these on this edge. Moss A. Moss B is the one I was using before. Yeah, Moss A is grime. Okay. Moss B is what I'm going for because it's brighter green, and I feel like that feels very... it feels better with the Japanese layout to me. Because they've got very bright green grass over in Japan, and they've got very bright green, like, mosses, and very bright green, what do you call it, bamboo and stuff like that. Their greens are very bright, is what I'm saying. It seems like, over there. But, like, if I could put one of, like, a little rock here, obviously not going to be this default size. Oh, okay, that's what's going on. I didn't hit the, press down on the joystick. And then I can kind of make it like a little outcropping that's sort of like put in there some kind of way, and maybe bring this down a bit to make it like the, I don't know, we'll see. Or maybe more over here, actually. Let's see. I'll still need to do the trees once the map settings are done, which is close to final. Yeah. That's true. I could just, you know, try to finalize on my map settings at least. But yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. That should be pretty smooth to get onto because it's eroded terrain. I think I can bring it down with this instead of the... There we go. That should be smooth. Yeah, that's perfectly smooth. So then if I did that and I put a gun turret on there, that would be pretty cool. Let's see. You could put it will affect your map's color for walls and whatnot. You could, but it will affect your map's color for walls and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, that's might be a good thing, though, finding out what my, like, because then I can color my walls to match the lighting that I want, you know what I mean? To be like, okay, I've got the lighting the way I want the sky, and I want the way I want it to hit the rocks. Because if you think about it, I can't retexture these, you know, the alpine rocks. I can retexture the eroded terrain, but then the collision box on that one gets messed up at certain scales, so I do have to use some alpine rocks throughout, and stuff like that. So what I was thinking about doing was maybe using alpine rocks and then coloring it to make the alpine rocks look good. Then texturing and coloring my walls to match that lighting. You know what I mean? I do that on my canvas to get a pure black instead of a reddish cast black. Oh, cool. Oh, you said you could still need to be... Yeah, okay. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so really quick gameplay. Let's drop in a weapon. Let's drop in... Where's the gun turret? What is the human gun turret called? Is it just called gun turret? I wasn't looking at the picture, I was looking for names. Oh, here it is. Turret. It's the first sunlight option you'll want to experiment with. So, okay. Actually, this is quite small compared to what I was expecting, and it actually could have just fit on the structure. Like, I could have literally just put it on the edge of the lip, which I might do now. That might be kind of cool. And then have a little bit of a, like a little balcony or something there. That is too... That's what I'm going for. Right, I need to go into gameplay mode to do it. Doesn't want to touch the ground. Is it going to fall to the ground whenever I actually get into the game, or is it going to just not do that right? Okay, how do I get up there? I built it just now, and then I realized I don't really have a specific way of getting up there, except for maybe to jump here. There we go. Alright, so that's a good, decent angle that gives you this. You don't clip into the wall. Your character sort of goes back to the wall right here, which is kind of good looking. And it means there's a place to rocket. If the rocket hits that wall, it's just going to immediately kill you. So this is a good little spot where you are a little bit you've got a really good forward position, but at the same time you're a little bit vulnerable. But I also need to switch this to phased, if that's okay, and go down a bit because I mean, I guess I haven't finalized the floor. It's just a block out, so maybe I shouldn't do that. But yeah. Okay, the first sunlight option I'll want to mess with. Okay, so what's that first sunlight option? This one, intensity? Or is that... Let's see, I'll do that... Okay, you said I'll still need to do the trees once the map settings are done with. Close final. You could, but it will affect your map's color for walls and whatnots. Yeah, override. Okay, color override. That's what you're talking about. So the question is, what color override do I want? Let's pull up my reference photos for inspiration. If I went with this one, it's pretty much just straight this lighting. But this is the one that I really like the look of. And I think the color override here would actually be something. I really like the look of this particular piece. Open image in new tab. Let's see if we can get it. That doesn't get any bigger. I think that if I go to the actual website where they're selling this poster, which, by the way, if you like this picture and you want to support whoever created this, go ahead. It's great. It looks cool. I can't... Can I just zoom in on the picture? Can I get a more zoomed in version instead of having to do this BS here? Okay. Close that. I don't care about a sale. I'm not buying anything. I'm just trying to steal this person's art. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So, really deep shadows. She's got really deep shadows on here. The outer area is very large and dark. You see how these rocks are looking? They're kind of... What do you think? How I could accomplish this? She's got very blue water. I might put a pale blue water instead of a white one. Okay. Oh, I didn't even notice that guy whenever he's so small before. This website doesn't let you get it big. It looks like. Let's see, well, that's on you to experiment with. Yeah, I know, right? It's gonna take a lot to figure this out. So I'm thinking to find that color. Let's see. Let's just go through some colors. That would be like darkening it. Let's find some. Let's see. That looks close. A deep purple? That's really weird, but the dark purple looks really close. It'd definitely be one of the dark colors because I don't want it to override a lot. Straight white is what I use for my pure black. Oh, I see, yeah. Whenever you go to straight white, it makes all these rocks like perfectly gray instead of being somewhat brown and dingy. But I really do like this deep purple. What do you think? Ooh, I like. With the dark purple? Yeah. I'm going to set it to the dark purple and we're going to keep looking at other ones. Here's a deep blue. Let's see. The teal. I really think one of the dark colors is the way to go because of how little it will affect the lighting. Because, like, these brighter ones affect it a lot, and then you got to, like, bring down your color intensity. I wish there was a color override. Like, you know how they've got... how you can change how much a texture applies, you know? How much the color override applies to a texture. It'd be really cool if you could do that with this as well, but... let's see. Deep red, deep orange. That's like a very, like, Mars look. Let's see. Now these are really pale. And I could do, like, a really pale effect. Where's purple? Let's try pale purple and see what that looks like. Because we were looking at that deep purple a second ago. That would definitely hit a little odd. I am really liking the dark purple. What do you think? There's a tan color that may work. Let's see, what is the tan color? Like a really light tan like this? one of these. That's pretty cool. Or did you mean one of these really light tans down here from the lighting section? It does feel a little bit like sunset with these, actually, now that you mention it. Like a dark, I mean, dark purple kind of does as well, but it feels almost like nighttime now I think about it. But having like a very slight orange shift, it's the khaki / light brown. So like one of this one, which is sort of yellowish, or one of these, they're like, or is it like this khaki that you're talking about? Or do you mean one of these down here? There's a bunch of them. These are only available in lighting, so if you mean it's one of these down here, then that would be really easy. I think I do like this orange one a lot. Up top. Okay, the one that's up top. This one that was up top? Or did you mean up top that was just now, which would be these? I think you meant this one. These are like way too dark, too intense. Let's see. I am really liking, so like the light shining down at sunset through the sakura trees, right? It would be kind of cool to get this kind of effect here. That sort of color shifts to a sort of like sunset style. Say a number and I'll tell you. See, if you're looking for a color scheme for lights, you could do some white and some a different color like green or red. Make the light radius lower, and it will be white dominant and another color. Gotcha, gotcha. So do white and some of a different color like green or red, make the light radius lower. We are doing, right now we're doing sunlight light. Trying to do the intense, trying doing that. I'm liking this as like a sunset color. This would make the pinks very difficult to do because what do you guys think of this? You guys think this is cool or terrible? Say a number and I'll tell you. Okay, so we'll go with 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 is here, because I think it's one of those you're talking about. Good? That sounds, yeah, so 1 for this one, 2 for this one, and 3 for this one, and then you tell me which one you meant. Unless it was not one of those at all, like if it was this one, that'd go with 4, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let me know which one you meant. It was like a deep sunset, but I think it's too intense. This one's a pretty good sunset one. But you tell me, actually, Aaron, if you think that this bit of orange will make it harder for you to make them look pink. 3, see, okay, so 4. 3 and 4s, and the one next to it, so 5. So 3, 4, and the one next to it, 5. Are the ones you're talking about, or did you mean this red one? Because I think you meant this one. Yeah, I see what you mean. Lights aren't affected by sunlight colors. Oh, okay, so like this won't really make it harder to do your pinks. Okay, cool. I do kind of like this one. It feels very like dramatic, so to speak, for this scene. What do you think? 5 being that brown, not the red. Oh, the brown to the right of it. This brown, yeah. Or sorry, to the left of it, not the red, brown this way. Got it. Okay. So brown, they feel kind of drab for this, you know what I mean? I kind of do like the reddish, the orangish. What do you think? I know Blow Black was saying already, yeah, 4 or 5. Okay, 4 or 5, let's see. This one or this one. This one's a little bit more toward the orangish, so I'll lean that one. That one's a good middle ground between the really dramatic orange I picked. But I like the orange because it's sunset type, yeah. So I like this one, and I like the orange that we had before, like this one, which I think is slightly more intense. Very, very slightly. Oh gosh. Let's see. I'll do this. Can I undo and then redo? Will that actually do anything? No, I don't think you can undo lighting for this, unfortunately. They actually look almost the same in this menu now that I look at them. I think this one's slightly more orange, and that's about it. Really depends what you're going for. I think I do like this orange one. And I think that this one is actually almost the exact same color. Like, looking at them, like, on screen right now, I know there's a big gap of other colors between them which can create an illusion. I think that this one is very slightly more orange, and this one's a little bit more pale, but it's between the two of them, they're about the same. Yeah, I think that's the case. This is another alternative. That feels really weirdly extra orange in a bad way. Like yellow, you know what I mean? This one feels more like, I don't know, more natural feeling, more orange. You know, more like sunlight, you know, more natural light. Really depends what you're going for. Okay, so I think this one or the other one, you tell me which one's better. The slightly paler version, because it will probably make Spartans look a little more toward the color that their texture they picked out would be, or this one which is a little more orange. You guys let me know. And obviously the lights inside the buildings, where did that light go? Oh, here it is. This little like dummy light that just lights up the base temporarily. The lights inside the buildings, I might actually make them be torches or something. You'll have to change your sun and sky tint. After that, generate reflections. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Really depends what you're going for. So change sun and sky tint. Yes, to match what we're going for. So let's see. Light bounce tint. So this is another thing. Light bounce is another thing where in Waterworks, I had to bring this up to like 20. It was insane, and it lights up your tunnels really well. Like, it makes it to where this area gets like a lot brighter because of the way that bouncing works. But yeah, that's how I made Waterworks a lot brighter. And then eventually I just did it. I just put a dummy light that didn't do cast shadows, that was slightly pale blue on the blue side, and just sort of put it in there, and it worked okay. Let's see, because people just kept on complaining it was too dark, and I think it's because their lighting, their darkness, you know, on their own settings was too low. Sun and sky near the bottom. Gotcha. Fog, atmospheric. I don't mind fog, by the way. That'd be cool too. Let's see. That's not the bottom. It's near the bottom. Sky rendering. Here we go. Sun tint, sky tint. So if I decided to go with a red sun to look like a bit like it's going close to sunset, not red. I probably would go like a deep orange. Nope, those are too yellow. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. What do you think about that? I know it's not actually even sunset, but it's getting kind of close to it, and it might be like an alien sun, because this is not Earth, so you know what I mean? I just feel like it's a really cool, dramatic... Oh my god. You can't just undo that. So I'll just do 0.6? I think it's it's 0.06. Let's see. Try 0.2. And then the sun, let's see, sky intensity. What's our sky tint gonna be? Whoa, no, that is not what we're doing. Do you guys think I should go with that thing on this map as well? That idea of that, like, really pale blue. Oh, that is... Nope, I want that to be bright. Wait. Oh, okay, this can go up even higher. Oh, okay, I see. Wow. The stars actually start to disappear. You can kind of still see them, but you can make it quite bright. Okay, let's see. I have no idea what I'm doing with this, to be honest. I had not thought of this just yet until just now, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. What do you think? Okay, now generate reflections. Sun will need to match your sunlight color. Sun and sky near the bottom. Yeah. Okay, sun tint. Yeah. That sort of orangey hue. It's definitely coming down. I wish the middle of the sun could match your color a little better. Like if they had two sun tints, the middle doesn't quite match the actual sun. It just kind of turns pure white. You know what I mean? Let's see. Sun intensity. Okay, so that's the actual thing. Okay, sky intensity. I wish you could do clouds. It's like nebulas that kind of look like clouds whenever you put them this high, but it's like really faint. And there's stars surrounding them. I don't know if I like this, like, this sun, or this sky color, but I might. I don't know, what do you guys think? Hard to say. The sky tint intensity might be too much, I don't know. Okay, atmospheric fog. I think that would be a good idea. Let's see, this looks nice. I actually like the map now. It didn't look right at the basic block out. Yeah. Let's see. Now generate reflections, okay. I had in my head... Ooh, okay. I think you have something going there with that generate reflections. Let's fix this light. Oh my god, this apparently sky intensity being so high is a problem. Sky tint intensity. Wait, is sky intensity thing causing these reflections, or is it the sky tint intensity? Let's go back to bake the reflections. Yeah, it was the sky tint intensity. It's too much. I would need to go with a very faintly orangey kind of... Okay, hold on. Let's find out if this works. Not many people know reflections affect it this much. Yeah, I know, right? See, it's like getting this like hazy effect to it, where it's almost like bloom. You know what I mean? It feels like bloom. But if I go with a really pale orange variant of what we were doing with the almost like that, and then I try and do reflections, let's see how that works. And I might have to bring down the intensity, but it might enhance the orange light. Let's do this. Let's bring it back down to 1, and then see if that helps. Orange looks good too. Yeah. Now, not many people know. Yeah, okay, let me get my music going again. Sorry, guys. I really need some water. I need a glass of water, but I will wait until I'm done with the stream. I think we're getting close to that anyway. So, let's see. Okay, so what do you guys think of that? Not close, but kind of close. With a yellow, which makes the sky look like this. I think that we need some kind of sky fog, because like the fog kind of helps you. I imagine the fog right at the sky. Where's sky fog intensity? Let's go with like 15 here and see what happens. If I do sky fog, can I eventually hide? There's a 3. Can I eventually hide the let's see, do volumetric, 300 by 600. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Let's see, on, density, color, range. So near range is 300, far range is 600. Yeah, that kind of makes the fog through the, I think through the map, right? That'll even, yeah, that'll adjust intensity of lighting through the map and stuff like that. Unless that's just that light fading. Yeah, I might be getting too far away from that light. I don't know. The map is definitely more than 300 wide, so I was trying to see if that would work. Some color change there, but we need to bring up the intensity, I think is the thing. What happens when you go to 1? How intense does it actually get? Why am I not seeing anything with volumetric fog? Is that just me? Is that my imagination? Oh, there it is. It's because I switched it to a really bright, dark color, and then I turned it on. Okay, so I want this to feel a bit like mist that's coming off this waterfall. And mist has a sort of gray-blue coloring to it. Ooh, that looks nice. Yeah, what do you think? Density gets all the way to 1 at most. And then I might even do the near range at like 200 instead of 300. The way that light is hitting the fog looks good, and then the light disappears. You see what I mean? It won't go into effect properly if it's not flipped off and back on. Oh, okay. Turn it off and back on. Okay. Turn it off and then back on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I am so glad you did that. You said that, because if this is how it was going to load into a match, yeah. Let's see. Just to be sure. Okay. Alright, this is getting a little too dark now. This is where I'd have to then bring up the sky brightness, right? To counteract this, or what? So I can still have the fog? Density should be no more than 0.202. Okay. Yeah, it's getting really dark in here to have that. But I do like the volumetric fog and how it, like... I'm liking this sort of teal. I don't know about you guys. And it kind of... You know, teal and orange are sort of opposites on the color wheel. So having the orange light with the teal sort of mist is pretty cool. Now generate reflections. Okay. I think that's, you know, that people do like that whole teal and orange for like their what do you call it? Their like color schemes on like posters for movies and stuff like that. I'm also of course gonna have some mist out here pouring out, but yeah. Some like steam and stuff. So I've got it 200. I might put it back to 300 now that I know what this actually looks like. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, let's see. Set it up as you want. Now generate reflections. Now atmospheric fog. Set it up as you want. Okay. Let's see. So I put it at 200. I might try the 300 like you had said originally because it comes in really intense. The far range, is that... So that's the distance from the player the volumetric fog stops rendering. Yeah, no, I think the map is more than 600. I might go all the way to the 1000. Wait, it went to 300. I tried to hit the 1000 and yeah. Maybe not that much. That's a little bit too much. Let's go to 800 because it's making it like, I don't want it to affect the sky that much, but like across from one side of the map to the other, I want it to be affecting it. That affects the color shift. Fake in scattering is the most important option. That affects the color shift. Yeah. Okay, so the in scattering, you're talking about the light, right? Where is it? Oh, there's also directional skylight, which means I could make like redder toward the what do you call it? I can make it redder toward the sun or whatever, and then like more blue over there or something like that. Let's see, that affects the color shift. Oh, on fog. On the fog, fake in scattering tint. Okay, I see what you mean. So if I try to go, would that be something I'd want to go with the same or similar orange that I went with for the sun? Or should I go with a more pale version of that orange? Now I gotta do reflection volumes if I'm not mistaken. Now change the intensity. The in-scattering intensity or the fog intensity? Or the sky fog intensity? Yeah, in-scattering, okay. Bring it up or bring it down? Let's see. That's none. Very nighttime feeling. This actually feels more like maybe not exactly this, but like, I'm gonna try an even more orange. Let's see what that looks like. That feels more like daytime, whereas whenever I had this set to, like, I go to there and it feels almost like it's an orange nighttime. This actually feels really good for like daytime. And also keeps its dramatic effect, which I'm liking a lot. Let's see, we'll also play into the near range intensity. Okay, yeah. I like that a lot. Oop, that is not what I wanted to do. No, I can't undo it. Right, I gotta do point. I just gotta bring it back down to 3. I mean, that doesn't look awful, but maybe actually that's a better one because it's not as nighttimey. You know what I mean? The other one looked really like nighttime, so I feel like maybe this is for the best here. For that, bringing that up to 10. Depth scaler and near range go hand in hand, so play with those. Depth scale and near fall off, that one. A scaler that sets the atmospheric fog density at a distance works with the fog near fall off value. I just hit over and it brought it to 40. Is this one of those that I have to like redo like lighting or reflections to get it to show anything? Because I'm not seeing much change here. Let's see, higher depth scale the closer it is. Oh, okay. So it'll bring it in, like if I went really high it would start to get like really close to the player. I'm just trying to see how this actually works by bringing it to really intense values. I see. 10, 0, 1,500. So it kind of blurs the horizon, but it also kind of blurs the let's see, it plays into near range 2. Okay. So if I brought it back to like the 40 or whatever, how does this affect it? Oh wow. This is way more clear, and then this is more, the higher this is, the clearer it is because it's not so close to the player. It's what I'm getting. Let's see. Kind of hard to say what I want to do here. I don't know what fog offset is. Fog fall off up and down? Oh, weird. Okay. Let's see. Hard to say what I need to do. I kind of like the idea of this looking more like a sky and less like space. You know what I mean? But that's other than that, it's kind of like it's looking good everywhere in the map. I think right now, I'm liking the way it looks on the actual map, and I'm wondering. I don't know. What do you guys think about the way that mist is looking through there? Maybe a different color. Will make a hard cut line if it's not set properly. Yeah, fog fall off. Up and down is up to you. Yeah. How does it actually affect it aside from that? Like I saw the cutoff, or the sharp line. Oh, this is up, right? Yes. Oh, wait. What? Okay. Somehow down is up and up is down. They inverted these things, it looks like. See, this is stuff that you've actually practiced more than I have, way more than I have. This is what I'm trying to do. Is save it because you do more of the natural environments for a full-blown scene. White on a low intensity will look like mist a bit. Okay. With the atmosphere, or with the volumetric. Yeah, that looks good. I was trying to get like a pale teal, like a really pale blue, to try and get a little bit of a, like, because of, oh, my son's yelling through there. See how they do their mists where it's like they chose a pale blue on it? I know that this is like, would be actually like the water spray and not the mist, but their fog is even shifting that tree in the background, everything is all shifted blue compared to these trees. So trying to get that as my inspiration, I was trying to find a nice blue, but a really pale blue is, I think, going to do what I need to do. And this would be a pale teal. I think it would be more of a pale blue that they used. This side I notice is paler, even though that they look the same. This column I feel like comes out paler on their low settings. But I think I like that. That's super pale blue. But yeah, let's see. You're saying white on low intensity, like a hard cut line. Okay, yeah. On in scattering. Oh, on in scattering. I see. And that's the one I have to bake the reflections, right? Yeah, it does kind of give a foggy kind of effect to everything. Right there. And around. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this. I'm liking this a lot. And then we'll have the sunlight up, the sun up there with some really pretty trees. And then coming around here. I need to put some water spray to make these feel better on these waterfalls. I might do that now. But I know we're still in the middle of doing lighting. I don't know if that needs to be quite as intense as I've made it, the volumetric fog. But I am liking the way it looks so far. Let's see. Okay, then play with your in-scattering tint scaler. Okay. In-scattering scaler. Yeah, I don't need to be at 1 anymore because the orange, the way the orange was applying to it, it was making it feel less daytime. Okay, that looks cool. That looks good. And if you come out here on a wasp and you're flying, this is what you're kind of gonna see. And that's kind of cool. I like how the water is like reflecting the sun. The way that the water is reflecting the sun and everything with that orange. It's really cool. I'm liking that a lot. Let's see, what's your fog offset on? Fog offset. It's at 0.5. I don't know what that is. Sets distance to offset the fog falling from where atmospheric fog starts rendering to the horizon based on fog near fall off. I have no idea what that means. We're really, really, really high in the air in the map. Like extremely high. So yeah. Tell me if that needs to be changed. If that needs to go up or more, or not, based on the fact that we're really high up. Because I don't know if that's going to apply. Ooh, look at the way that fog looks in there. And then we come in there. Because the way that light is set to such a high size and stuff. It's up to you. Okay. I just don't know how that setting works. Part of this, I wonder if part of it is this. Because like I've got this thing set to huge and it's huge here. And I've got it set to have a source size of 30. Like if I went back to 2, would all of this fog disappear in a weird way? Yeah, I'd definitely get a lot brighter there, but no, it wouldn't actually. It'd just clean it up so it wouldn't leave a gigantic glow. Right there. Now if this Sakura's were in here, you'd have extremely weird pink blobs. Like all up there around the trees. Yeah. I'm sure I would. Yeah. But I think that's what you got to do, right? You're gonna set the by setting the object, the lights, the source size, right? You increase that and it makes it stop doing the this kind of radial glow thing, and it just sort of becomes more. Well, I don't know what just happened. Got significantly, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell what just happened. Anyway, the point is that I've got a block out here like this with a big old tower thing right there, right? And then I'll have another one over here that might look a little bit more like a castle. You know what? I think this needs like crumpled walls up top or something. Or maybe here. Yeah, I think that's what I gotta do. If I do this. Okay. Yeah, it would just be a mess. Now, if these suckers... Yeah, it would just be a mess. For now, you can just disable volumetrics. Just disable the volumetric lighting, so that, or fog to make it easier to build out. That makes sense. Whew. That lighting is terrible for that. I know, I'm coming. Okay. I know, Freya, stop. You don't have to keep telling me. I heard you. Alright. Let's see. Flip this around. Make it a little bit more weathered looking. And that might actually, whoops, actually make a second way up where you can sort of hop up like this. Or maybe like, oh my god, what was that? Come on, computer, you can handle this game. Like this. And then that can go up into that there and that there. Good, good. Man, I can't believe I deleted that rock piece instead of just using it again. What's up? You want me to draw Spider-Man? For you? In the middle of my stream? Yes. Alright, just a second. Okay, here we go. Here is a blank page. You can draw Spider-Man, and as soon as my stream is over, I'll draw one for you. Does that sound good? No. No. What's it? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's true. Alright, so I might be... Let's see, hold on. I'm going to draw a Spider-Man for my son real quick. And you guys are going to see a goofy Spider-Man that I draw for him. All the time. But other than that, we are getting close to done. I'm not quite, like, for the day. Because, let's see. Let's see, but I might not going to get off just yet, so don't just leave or anything like that just because I'm saying that. I'm about to get off, but I'm not quite done yet. Let's see. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. There you go, buddy. Yeah, there you go, Spider-Man. Yeah. I'm not... Oh my god, I knocked over the mic. Not during the stream, buddy. Just a second. Give me a second. Let me finish. I am so sorry. Now Gen Reflections again. Oh, okay. Off with them all turned off. With volumetrics turned off. Let's see. For now, just disable volumetrics. Okay. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I want to save it. Okay, so we've got a simple structure there. We've got some structures out here. Very cool looking, like, you know, the terrain that's not really natural terrain. I'm going to build a smaller gatehouse, maybe 2-story up here. Another one over there, but these two are going to be very large ones like this. And then a little tiny one down here that's almost more like a hut. Might be 2-story little hut, though. And then a big old castle over here. And then some more down there. So you can see how it's going to eventually build out and have all of these individual little buildings. And you're going to be able to climb up to here. Let me rebuild that thing that I should not have deleted a second ago by changing the... let's see. Where? Oh, here it is. To Moss here. Moss B. That's all I did. And then we'll flip it over. And just having that as like part of this here. Having some natural terrain to run along here. Needs to go up, not down. Let's hold on now. Where's my object? Oh, that's camera object. There we go. There we go. Sort of like coming out of there, wrapping around. Yes, just a second. Once the stream is done. Mama might be off work, but my stream is still going. I'm almost done with it though. Don't worry. You guys can relax. That might be too much. Actually, do green moss. Green moss region 1 with a coal grime. See what that looks like. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's mud. Nope. Where's the correct M section? Wait, that was it. So moss. I think. Where'd it go? That's grass I saw. But I saw an M object and the M option, and then I saw grass. Where is moss? Tell me moss is available on this thing, because I know that they do have a limited selection. Metal, mud. Yeah, I don't know if the moss options are available as a primary thing here. That's the problem. Yeah, there's algae. Which is close? Oh wait, it's color shifting. Oof, that's crazy. Rip. Yeah, so algae might work, and then I'll change this to, you say coal? Algae might do close enough to the same thing. Coal. That did not make it dark enough. In fact, it looks like it's white. Or is that the scratch layer? Yeah, it's the scratch layer. What? Why is coal so weird? Like, it's not doing like the spottedness, and it's definitely not black like it's supposed to. Let's see. This is where you did that, right? This one has coal? Oh yeah, rust. Oh, rust on top of concrete. Okay, hard to say. It's because of algae. Oh, algae does algae like overwhelm it? Let's see. Oh, that's asphalt. That's not what we want. Let's see. I might have to do something like a. Do they have like? There's grass. That'll have like grass stripes and stuff on it, like. No, it doesn't really. That's gravel. What the heck? Grass. Thought I went to another grass one. Okay, that's just really grass. You will do really good. Just go ahead and draw it, buddy. Let's see. It's because of algae. If I did grime and color shifted it green, would that work? No, that's not working. Let's see. Gravel 1 works. Oh, okay. Where was gravel 1? It certainly matches the alpine rock perfectly. And then I'll just maybe turn this. I'm on dirt weeds? What? When did that happen? How did I get a dirt weeds on my grime layer? Did I do something weird that I wasn't paying attention to? But anyway, I can do moss here. Buddy, you gotta accept that you gotta learn to do art. It takes time. Some moss B. That puts a little bit of green on it, but not too much. That looks pretty good to me. And whenever I put some other stuff around it, it's gonna be really good. And then the idea is another piece like this, that this is gonna sort of clamber up onto. Let's see if we can find an angle that makes a nice clamberable spot. You know what I mean? Like this is too small. This is practically just a crouch jump. Wait, hold on. Let's make it taller. And sort of dig it into that ledge, because we're going to get rid of that ledge and replace it with a better one. Why is it so weird? Okay, we're going to go by like 5 degrees and tilt it this way, so that apparently it'll clamber a little nicer, because it was being really just, you know, it's not. Oh, it's because that ledge is there. Oh, okay, I see. Let's see. I'm going to go to bed. Oh, okay. I'm about to head out anyway. So you're good. You are heading out about the same time I am. But if I have enough people on Kick, I'd like to host, I think Unique is live. Let me see how many people I have on Kick. I have no idea. Let's see how we're doing over there. Buddy, you need to stop crying. You need to stop. I know, I'm gonna help you, but you need to learn patience. I know. Patience is a lesson that everybody needs to learn eventually. Let's see. Let's go with that ledge right there. Which one of these is a good one? Ooh, I like that. I like there being a cutout like this. Let's make a full-blown platform there. Let's go with a tilt to the side. Let's see, I need to raise it up a bit, which might be too high to clamber onto. Let's see. Yeah, it's too high. I might lower all that down a little bit because it doesn't need to be, you know what I mean? Like I can definitely lower that. Like make it run up toward that. But you can see how much higher that area is supposed to be from here. Let's see how it's looking down here. That looks great. That looks okay. This could be a little better. There we go. That looks a little bit better there. Looks good out here. Still can't clamor it. Gotta bring it down by a significant amount. Might need to readjust all those other angles. There we go. Can clamor this pretty good. And this wraps around here. That was a weird little network thing going on there. Let's see, and then this will come down, so that kind of clips into there for now. And that'll that means I can actually adjust the angle of this and make it a little bit lower. And I could theoretically make there be a first floor, and then the second floor be in line with the cliff here. The first floor would be in line with this cliff, which would actually make a little split level thing. That'd be kind of cool. I actually like that a lot, that idea a lot. Let's come back down here, make sure this all looks clean. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I think we're good with this. I'm definitely going to probably get rid of... I'm almost certainly going to get rid of this window here because, you know, the way it's clipping into it, and I think that would be kind of cool to make this look like that structure coming out of the natural terrain thing, like they do. So instead of a window, just make the diagonal wall that's like this. And stuff like that. And we've got some really cool climbing mechanics here where you kind of got... Buddy, shh. I know. You're really good at drawing, though. You just need to trust yourself. You're really good at drawing. You need to trust yourself, buddy. And then you got some, you can just crouch jump there if you want to. What was that double clamor for? What the heck was that? What is happening here? This is definitely a weird collision bug. Ugh, that's no good. May not be able to use this rock, but like this, even though I really like the way it's like shaped, the way it wraps around like that, it looks really good, but I don't know. It looks like it's got a bit of a weirdness going on there. Or I'd have to fix it with some kind of little... I could do like a universal blocker and sort of smooth out that weird collision block, but I'd have to adjust. I'd have to figure out exactly where it is and sort of like, you know, go in blind, because it's like there's a drop down here, even though there's not one graphically. And it's it's like it's that spot where it's like raised up a little more is supposed to be there, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, I'll fix it. I'll probably just fix it with a, by adjusting it. But I'm liking this sort of like spiral staircase, almost kind of like climbing route, where you can be like, you can decide without a grapple to try and spend time, you know, making your way up. And then now you can sort of like make your way to the top of the map without having to like jump down and go another route, and now you can, you know, kind of actually face off against people that way. And I think that if I had another one up here, so this is why we end up using these so much, is because they, at a smaller scale, they're simplified. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. At their smaller scale, their simplified collision box is just choice. It's just great for getting like slopes and stuff like that, because as soon as you know, tilt them. That's not what I wanted to do. Buddy, shh. I know, you're doing a great job. Don't fuss at yourself. You're doing good. Like if you put a slope in here like this, it's really smooth and it just works because the collision box is so simplified compared to the rock itself. But I think that actually putting in a little staircase there, that looks like something that the people that lived here before built. Kind of similar to this staircase, but not as like up the hill and sweeping, and like more of like a much more deliberate staircase going there that doesn't have to be like the wooden kind. I think would be really cool there. And we've got the block out over here. So basically this route will allow you to get up here into these ruins up here and overlook the base there and sort of jump down onto people who are down here. And I might do something with these, like these piles of rubble. Actually, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to put those together. No, not that one. This one. there will be a piece of the wall from above, or a piece of the flooring from above, I mean, that will be thinner than that. That will sort of be jutting out like this. And that will allow you to at least have one spot on the roof you can sort of hide from the people up there. At least one good spot to hide from them, because, oh my gosh, you're getting shot at, you really need to be able to get underneath stuff. These things, of course, I need to fix, but yeah, that'll be a matter of time before I can get that done with the block out. It's very, very rough. It's still just a block out, but we're getting there. Each of these ruined buildings is going to be slightly different layout on how you climb, so that one's going to not be like a perfect mirror image of this, because that would look really goofy. But it's going to be effectively the same. And, yeah. And, of course, you can tell it's kind of lower right now. But, yeah, this one's going to even look like a castle wall instead of this. Instead of like a monk, I mean, like a temple building. And this one also, by the way, is going to have... I'm just going to do at this scale, even though I'm building a bigger scale version of these instead of having them so small, so that you can have more bigger buildings with less budget used on the roof. But basically, yeah, I'm going to have some of the rooftops still be intact over here, probably right there, which will help against wasps trying to take you out if you're climbing up this cliff. I might even have some of it intact over here. Buddy, shh. It's going to be okay. You're doing a great job with your drawing, and I want you to just keep trying. And keep working on it. Don't think I'm going to make it do this double kind of loop, but it actually kind of looks cool to like have them linked together like that. I don't know. It's not, that is not something that they do on their like, neither Japanese nor Tibetan roofs do that, so I probably will not be doing that, but yeah. So yeah, we've got that going on, something to this effect. That's a terrible example right there, but I'll build a proper roof. And so this is your jungle. That's jungle between top lane, middle lane, right there. And then of course your big old slopes is jungle as well. Which I think I am going to switch those to man cannons, because the more I look at it, the more I'm like, the running distance on this map, going all the way up that slope, is going to take forever. But putting a man cannon there will feel clean, interesting, and launch you up there. So I think I am going to go with that, because that kind of makes it to where it's like the Forerunner were here, and then, you know, they have this little structure there, and then the temple was built around it, which is what this is going to be like. You know, it's going to receive a man cannon onto it, because down here, that's where the man cannon was launching the player. Or the old, you know, people. So, yeah, or the humans that were worshipping the Forerunner, so... I'm thinking some kind of cliff was here to receive the Forerunner, and that now they sort of built their temple. Should I even put like what do you guys think about this? What if this building is built on top of a hex column? Like if the Forerunner had a receiving structure up there, right? Like one of the big hex pillars. But then I'll make it much shorter, because this is a bit big. If they had a receiving hex pillar here to sort of catch the people who are launching themselves up with the man cannon, their own people, their own Forerunners, and then the humans who are living here sort of like built on top of that. Buddy, you gotta calm down. Like this. Something like that. And then I could put like a religious sort of platform here, an almost like religious sort of style of receiver for the man cannon to land on. That like the monks are like, this is like a holy sort of location, or something like that on the edge of their like in this structure, almost like a point of like prayer or something like that. Then that might be pretty cool, and it would tie some of the Forerunner stuff back into it. And then I can have like a natural kind of rock underneath the Forerunner structure. And then I can make this natural rock not allow you to land on it, because, you know, if I angle it just right, then there won't be anywhere to stand, because I don't want to mess with my, I don't want there to be like a little hidey hole there, you know what I mean? I want it to be very clean with the block out, which means I might even put like a team blocker there to like slide you off of it. If you try and land there, I'm not sure. it's kind of hard to communicate that you're not supposed to be there with the way that the game is set up right now, because you gotta like, or well, probably forever, not just right now, but yeah, just because there's like no way to like tell you that no, you're not supposed to be able to land on that lip. And so if the player can, they're just gonna go every now and then, they'll be like, yeah, and they're gonna land on it if they can. Apparently, like, they did a good job with it there, apparently. But that looks pretty good, coming off that rock. And this rock is probably not final anyway. I'll probably adjust that rock. But if I put another rock there where this goes down into it, that'll be perfect. Buddy, you need to stop. Don't cry. Don't cry. You're good. You're really good at Spider-Man. You're really good at drawing Spider-Man. I trust you. I believe in you. Not that I trust you, I believe in you. But yeah, okay. And then like the little prayer wheels down here. This is all looking pretty cool. Like I said, those windows, some of them I'm going to close. Maybe that's where I want to do this. Maybe that's where I want to do this. You know, I had this idea for like the shutters. You know? Oh my gosh, buddy, you can't do that. You can't be so demanding. I know I'm going to draw you Spider-Man, but you got to be a little bit more patient. You got to be a little bit more patient with me. You can't sit here and be all spoiled. I know. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Maybe this would be on this upper window? And that's why, and it wouldn't be on the lower window at all? But the idea is that, no, I don't know, wasps would not be able to get in here anyway, but the idea was to make it to where if someone was attacking from above, they couldn't shoot through there, so that doesn't really work out here anyway. That doesn't really do what I'm trying to do there. But like basically these kinds of what am I trying to say? Blinds. Block the sunlight from above while allowing you to see through them. That's the reason that this kind of blind exists. Stop. Stop crying directly into the mic. You know that I was to explain that to you yesterday, that that's no good. Or the day before yesterday, that is no good. No, that is not good. If you want me to draw you Spider-Man, you need to learn to be patient. I'm about to get off and draw it for you, but you need to draw it while you wait, okay? He really wants me to draw a picture of Spider-Man. But in this case, it'll allow you to shoot. Liam, stop. Okay, I need to lock him out for the next 5 minutes while I talk to you guys. While I sign off. I'm sorry, everybody. I know, buddy. I'm going to sign off on the air, and then I'm going to draw you the pictures, okay? Sorry, guys. So basically, yeah, you can shoot through these, but you can't shoot through them with like the wasp shooting down on the window. So that's the whole idea there, and I might keep that there. I'm not sure, but if I do it over here, I don't think it'll actually get the same effect because you can't really fire down from the wasp into that window anyway. It would have to be like this one for it to be of any value, and then that way that one makes it to where, I mean, it doesn't really do anything down here because you're so much farther down. And it just kind of makes it to where you can't snipe across to that base. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put these here. But I might use it again somewhere else, like on one of these other structures. Or maybe on these, or something to that effect. But yeah, we got like half a block out. Not really. We've got like a tenth of a block out so far. And we're getting really close. This is the middle of the map, by the way. So I need to make sure to center everything. Like you can see how close that one is to the middle compared to that one. I'm going to need to adjust some things. Like you can see that gap there, whereas over here the waterfall's touching the rock correctly. So I need to bring this in. But yeah, a couple of things here and there that need to be adjusted. Still don't know for sure about things like this waterfall. I like the idea of it, but I need to, I mean not the waterfall, the bridge across that little part, instead of just running through the water exclusively. But we'll figure all that stuff out as we go. And I'll catch you guys later. I don't have enough people on Kick to host anyone, and Unique is offline anyway, and everyone else that I'm following in there is offline anyway. So I will catch you guys next time, and yeah, I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. Alright,